Shut it down.
Let's just make him a grung float.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it.
I like that you're just like.
It's sad because nobody gets to see the Dodgers doing like this. I'm gonna go with calling it the awkward robot.
Okay.
To Ivan's. What's the place in Star Wars called? The Cantina.
Yeah.
All right.
We're playing
sway.
jizz. That's what it's called in the Star Wars
It's
universe.
the cantina, right? Oh no,
Yeah.
of course. Yes.
What's
but
it
what are you talking
called?
about? The
Smooth
band?
jizz.
Smooth jizz.
Are we gonna play a game?
Wait. I have to let Sig like
I feel like
breathe.
we're already playing a game.
Floats of fury.
Dangerous game.
This is a dangerous.
Filled with smooth jizz.
Yes.
So okay, we're
Wait,
going a
is the
little
cantina
beyond what
really
they're
called
going
that?
to.
I'm so confused. I feel
That's
like
what it's actually called in Star Wars.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Does that mean that we're allowed to say that on Twitch?
Not anymore. I don't think we can get away with it anymore.
Oh.
I think we need to shut it
We
down.
hit
The fourth
our
wall.
max.
Yeah, we went
Okay.
too far.
All right, so hi everybody that can see us, or if you can't, welcome to Fury's Reach. We're hanging out, having a good time here on the D&D Network with our family, who we've already established is allowed to interrupt each other if it's about a beer float.
But it's only for the funny and for amazing sugary beerness treats. These are important distinctions.
Yes, otherwise crosstalk must be in character. And where we left our adventuring party last week was with a large reptilian creature who is... Is that too loud for you?
In my face, if you don't want to be turning attention, it's a bit. It's just this like.
He's trying to
Where do
get
you think
in
the
zone.
snake is?
Fair enough. Okay.
So, you all were at a... you went through a bevy of traps after finding Dodger, a.k.a. Reef Ambrose Whitehielder,
Hell
Sister.
the sister of Ivan. You guys are ridiculous. The sister of Ivan / Johann Whitehielder.
Hilder.
And our little extras, I guess. Joaquin Feline.
And our little, like, I don't know, they're not important. These other two dudes are here. What else?
No, untrue. I've been
As
here for
a-
a hot second.
Yeah,
As Lepan likes to call her, the other one.
the other. He doesn't even call you by your name.
No.
And I'm the one with the problem.
No.
And then Lepan is Lepan. But
You don't call him by his right name
no,
either.
I don't, because I'm culturally insensitive.
So, you guys were in a. You found Reef, and you started heading. I will go to slightly less aggressive music during this.
Everyone's gonna die during the intro, in case you were wondering.
You are in combat and you don't even know it. We're going to die. You're going to die. Sorry, I was just trying to keep the.
No, you got it. You're
Okay.
good. Yeah. Let's see if breaking.
Everything's wrong.
Not that one either.
Smart
I
aggressive.
just scaled it up.
Okay, so anyway. You guys found Reef by way of a relocation stone, which Ivan hastily picked up, keeping
Was it me?
Jaquine, yeah, you picked it up,
Oh, okay.
keeping Jaquine from grabbing the bone mask that she so desperately wanted. But in lieu of that, she found a long sword in a room that had a couple of different mechanisms guarding it. Bless you, Mr. Frog.
Yeah, I never got the upgrade stats for that long sword.
Not the stats, no, but you got the
Yeah,
sword.
no, I got the sword.
And Lepad also found a mithril yakwala.
Which whoever decided to make a Yaqual out of mithril, you got some weird priorities.
It's like chickens.
It's
They
almost
saw
like
the
it was
future.
meant for me.
They knew
They knew he
he's
needed
gonna
it.
need it.
The creature that was found, or the creature, I suppose, that found you guys after not only looting the weapons, but also a chest that contained a stash of red grung eggs. The creature that found you guys began to broach a diplomatic situation with the frog, but was summarily shot in the face by Jakeen.
It wasn't really a diplomatic situation. It was like, I want those babies so I can eat them or do something bad with them.
He didn't even get a chance to say what he wanted.
Yeah, that's fair. We're not going
He-
to lament.
but-
Okay, but the
Guys,
Yanti are like enemies of the grung. Like,
Yes.
let's be honest about that. So if you find a bunch of grung babies in a Yanti den, I think they're gonna do something bad with them.
And let's not lament over Jakeen's desire to shoot things in the face. We now are dealing with.
Or
things
now
that
it's a
get shot in the
bad
face.
thing.
No, not at all. And it was totally in character too.
trying to
I just
defend
had to
you. I
go
know,
through
not
my
you.
mind
I
of like
was
the
just making
Cantina
fun of
song,
that.
and I was like, let's not lament over spilt
Yep.
cantina.
Spilled cantina.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to avoid. Ivan.
Too bad.
Too bad.
I brought it here because I'm ham-fisted in my comedy.
Let's hope this plays out as well as that time I jumped on a Tyrannosaurus Rex's head.
Oh man.
That was the thing.
That was the thing that happened.
Well, I don't know. You're with your natural enemy now, so
Yeah.
let's figure that out. So, if I last remember, the UNT in Christian had dived into the hole we were running towards because we are currently only lit by the 2 torches that we have in place at this stage.
Oh yeah, and I passed off the grung eggs to Jakeen.
And Jakeen has the grunt.
Right.
You tied them on me. I
Yes.
will.
Yeah,
Yes.
it wasn't like a like, here you
yeah,
go.
yeah, it was like, these are yours now. And I'm just like, ugh.
So as I recall, you were in a. You guys had moved into the cavern up the steps. There was. I'm going to be all wrong on the measurements of how far things are away, because I expected to have time to plot them out and put minis down for you guys, but no bueno. So you guys came up the stairs, and then a little ways in, you guys were moving past stalagmites, and there were some stalactites all over the place, and then eventually you recognized the tracks on the ground as
Right. And I remember there was pillars as well too.
actual pillars?
I believe there was something about pillars,
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
Well, I don't know at the moment.
Totally
Sure,
suggests
pillars.
I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
we saw tracks that were like snake tracks that turned into feet tracks, or feet tracks that turned into snake tracks.
Yeah, you saw a decent amount of foot traffic, but also some slithery stuff that you then recognized to be actual snake
Because he's a shapeshifter.
stuff.
Right.
And this is after coming out of an armory area and also a kind of food
Mess hall.
mess hall. And you found a little.
Do we know where the door is that's on the other side of this large dark room that provides no light?
So you don't, because you were just in the cavern, and it was either follow the cavern out or go back the way you came. And the cavern seemed to be ascending, as it were. There were pockets of stalagmites that were around the area until what looked like the far end of the room where the light receded. And even those of you, nobody has dark vision.
No.
Nope. But even with your torches and some of the other implements that you had, it was tough for you to really make anything out while the torches were without torch light. So, as I recall, you had just lit a torch and had run up to where you had seen the...
Or it disappeared around a pillar or a corner or
Right.
whatever it was.
And you guys heard it shifting,
Yes.
and that's when you ran up, and you had tied the sack of grung eggs to Jakeen, and then ran up to try and get close to this gentleman. So you were both roughly about 30 feet from Jakeen. Boop, boop. I'm going to go ahead and make this 30 feet. My lines are going to be 10-foot lines. So that's going to be where Johan and Lepad are. And you had done a fire and then tuck and roll to reload behind one of the stalagmites.
And then I tried to run like follow them, but
To the
hide
next one.
hide behind another stalagmite. And I
Right.
didn't roll very well.
Pillars are stalagmites.
Yeah. So I've got you right here, and your name is Reef.
It sure is.
So then the creature emerged from one of the little stalagmites it was hiding behind, and the best you could tell, it looked like it was humanoid in features, or at least in shape. And then you heard something like a creeping terror rising up your spines, and I believe you all failed
That's
the
right.
saving throw.
We all got feared.
You are all frightened.
Murdered.
And your, let's see. So, you must use the dash action and move away from you by the safest, away from the creature by the safest available route on each of your turns, unless there is nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of you, the creature, which is you in this case, can make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends for that creature.
Got it.
Heck yeah.
Oh, so you're just trying to get to a place where
You can hide.
the attacker can't see you.
Right. Because as long as you can see the creature,
You're running.
you're running. You're afraid. If you move out of line of sight, then you can make the save on that turn as your action.
I think it makes it pretty clear what we're all going to do on our turns.
Well, somebody is actually currently hidden, so behind something. So I assume she can break line of sight pretty easily, and if squatted behind something, would immediately cower. So your first turn here is probably going to be based on doing that and then rolling to see if you get out of the thing. But the fear just happened. I have my initiative from the last one if we would like to keep it, or I will allow to.
I'm fine with rolled initiative.
Sweat off my back.
It's a continuation of the same
Whatever.
thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's the same fight. So
Yeah.
I was just going to give you guys the option to re-roll them if you felt.
No, it's
Insecure.
okay.
I don't even remember what I rolled. So let's just do whatever it was is cool.
It's the same battle. We got the same initiative.
All right.
We don't care.
So the Yonti went, and Jakeen has not yet. And then we will be back at the top of the order with Johan.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll put my hunter's mark. Oh wait, I can.
You
I have
are
to hide.
feared. You must run.
Okay, so then I'll hide.
So you have to find a way, find a place to hide 30 feet in the opposite direction of where the thing is. You have to dash. So you have to move. So you basically have to move back to a stalagmite
Yeah.
that is next to where the in line of sight,
Awesome.
and I believe that on this turn you are able to.
Roll it.
The creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of you. The creature can make it. So you can make a wisdom saving throw now.
Cool. 12.
I don't think a 12 is going to do it, but I will let you know shortly.
So,
15 was what you were looking for.
Well, that's not what.
did I get a look at this thing before the fear took me over?
Currently, what you saw at the.
But wait. I have a question about passive wisdom. Like,
Yeah.
That's different though. I can't, because I thought.
It's a wisdom saving throw, so
Okay,
it's,
so I can get lower than my passive. That's what I
Yeah.
want to know.
that's not for that.
Okay.
That's
just
for something
checking.
else.
I got confused.
So the.
perception.
Yeah, that's for perception. So, what you saw as the energy rushed up your back and pushed you to the depths of your own fears and insecurities was a figure that appeared to be, I believe, half reptilian at this point, from the waist down. you couldn't make out any specific identifying features, but you know that it is no longer the massive snake that it was before.
Okay. I know that I would, if given the opportunity to hide, I will always hide. So he's just motivating my needs a little bit more anyway. So after looking at it, seeing this shrinking but still ominous kind of beast slowly revert back, I will turn around and drop the torch
Okay.
while running back through the cavern, going, Jaqueen Reef, what is that? As I come back in, and I think for my second turn, do I see anyone as I'm running back?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you run in the direct opposite direction of the creature.
Of course.
So you'll run basically right past Reef, who's hiding behind one of the stalagmites, and and as you run by, you're heading towards the outskirts of the cavern, which would be like the western portion of the cavern.
I will also hide behind a stalactite, and I will attempt my wisdom save.
So as you run across this, and this is the main reason, he's right here.
Right.
X marks the creature. So I'm going to have you run directly away.
Yeah.
And each one of these are 10 feet, so you have to use your dash action. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So as you go this way,
I'll see Reef behind, in front of me, or to the side of me as I'm running.
You pass on the right, and then the cavern begins to dip very steeply on the outskirts, the slope.
On the outskirts? Okay, well that's even better.
Because you're going to slide a
I'm
little
going to
ways.
slide and then basically go in my tiny little foxhole of my own creation.
Right.
And hide behind a stalactite. For my wisdom save, I only got a 10, which I think we all know is not enough.
No,
And
it
I
is
would like
not.
to do something more, but being fear and panic stricken, I will leave that for another round.
Well, is right there where it is. And it is at your feet, sir. This is not the music I want.
Are you sure?
You know, like Moonlight Sonata?
I have
This sounds like the music for something that like
Silent Hill.
wants to eat you, maybe.
Yeah. This is fine.
a slow stalking.
This is the music when you go into the RPG and then there's going to be like that weird like flashback scene, and it's definitely like the mansion with the ghosts.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow. Guys, International Tabletop Day dice are killing me right now. Oh my god.
Your own dice aren't even balanced.
I made these dice and they suck. Oh my god, they're terrible.
There we go. I found it.
I've rolled 118. Well, there's a natural 20. I've rolled 118 at this point. They've all been 3 1s or 2s. Okay, you're done. You are done. Ivan needs new dice.
Okay, so while Ivan works on getting a new dice, Lepad, you now must run away.
And I probably can't grab the torch as I run away.
No, I'm gonna say that you probably can't. You're probably
wouldn't
super
think-
afraid,
yeah, if I'm
especially because of the fact of the thing.
Okay.
So you go and you rush off to the side there, following Ivan, following Johan, and you duck behind the same stalagmite, landing on top of him as you do so.
Oh god. The pad. Get off of me. This isn't a bathtub.
I'm scared, John. I'm so scared.
This isn't the bathtub situation again. You
I'll
go
cling
out
a
there.
little bit tighter.
Oh no. Oh god.
So holding on to him has given you a certain, infused you with a certain amount of bravery. Go ahead and give me your wisdom saving throw to see if you're...
Get off of me, you lily-fingered.
15. Well, plus 3.
So that's enough for you to break it. You are no longer afraid as you clutch onto Johan's bosom.
You make me feel safe, John. You look...
Well,
Adorable.
I'm happy to hear that, but I don't want to get eaten right now, and it looks like it wants to eat you, and you're right next to me.
The echo of Ivan's cowering rockets through the rockets through the area. As
My
Reef
brave brother.
as Reef shakes her head, trying to clear her brain of the fear that is gripping her currently.
16.
Total?
Yeah.
I believe that's enough for you to be free of the fear.
Yes.
You still have. Woo! Yep, 15's enough. So you actually didn't have to use your action, or you didn't have to use your bonus action, but this does come at the end of your turn. So that's where your turn ends, but you can respond to Ivan's crying if you'd like.
Rather
Sorry,
not.
Johan.
Well, because do I have any confirmation on whether or not this thing knows where I am?
Do you remember what you rolled for stealth?
I don't remember.
Let's do this. Roll me stealth.
So clever.
Okay. 6.
I'm assuming that's close to the same as it was
It
before.
was not good before, so.
So you think you're hidden.
Sure. That's
I-
why I was able to calm down so quick.
Yeah, you thought you had
I was
broken
like,
line of
"He
sight.
doesn't even know where I am." It's fine. I don't want to. No, I don't want to say anything because if he doesn't know where I am, then I want to stay hidden.
Okay, so you're ducked behind. Basically, now all of you are ducked behind, but Joaquin and Johan have not shaken off their issues yet. As the creature, and nobody's looking at the creature, so you don't know what it did for its turn. You do hear some slithering. And now it is
Joaquin.
Joaquin's turn.
Cool, I guess I'll try and.
Shake it off. Shake, shake, shake.
Nope.
Just
11.
nope. 11. Okay. You're busy trying to reach into the reasons why you're here in the first place. And
blame
we
you.
go back to Johan.
Could I, since I'm currently hidden, I still want to make my wisdom save, but could I cast a spell? right
You can do nothing until that because it's at the end of your turn. If you wanted to try and run to Joaquin, I'd let you do that.
now? I don't. Can I see where Joaquin is?
Well, she didn't hide, so she's
can't
just
hide.
standing. Right, she's just standing behind.
Doesn't matter.
Crit.
Crit.
Is that the same die that you just tried to throw away?
Yeah.
It's got my meeple natural 20 on it right now.
Meeple!
So I looked
That's not a one.
deeply into. No cheeky cheekbones. That's a one. That's what a one looks like. So I reach into this obnoxiously. I take all that obnoxious sniveling stuff and push it off to the side. And I remember that my sister is watching me right now. And if I don't man up, I'm never gonna hear the end of it, dude. So I better just man up, do this, because I'm the one who came here anyway to find her, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let some slithering snake.
Johan,
thing-
why are you talking to yourself? There's a snake in here.
Fine, just
And the woman you love.
let's go peek just above the hill real quick, and let's see if we can spot it. Just
I'm still on. I'm just clinging on you.
Johan, let us go.
I will, with a tiny grung on my back, I will kind of army crawl it up to the edge of the precipice.
It's the end of your turn, so you don't get to do anything like that, but I will let you peek around the side to see if you see anything. The area where the torch was dropped and is lit, that area is brightly lit, and through the little bits of shadow and even the darkened stalagmites that you have there, you do not see a thing.
Okay.
Believe Lepad, it is your turn.
How far away is the torch?
From you, it's 60. Well, from you, it's 50 feet-ish.
Oh, think about it. Do you have another torch, Johan Wheeler?
Yes, I have another torch, but it can't.
You should light the torch, Johan Wheeler.
We can't see it, and it can't see us right now. Let's just try to see.
I think it could see us. It's a snake.
Oh, that's right. Okay, it's in my back. Get it? It's in my backpack.
Okay. I'm gonna rifle through his pack since I'm clinging onto it.
You like climb over his shoulder and you start rifling through it. You've got a frog leg like sticking to the side of your head. Roll me an investigation check at disadvantage.
15. 2 15s. So, but what do I add to that?
Investigation.
Oh, I don't have anything for that.
But
so-
that's okay. 15 is going to be enough for you to locate a torch in his backpack and even the necessities to light it.
Cool. Can
Feet out of my face. Stop it.
Can I go ahead
I
and
like
light it?
this let's blow our cover plan. Only we could
Here,
see
just-
better.
And you light it.
Just, oh, okay. Can you at least just get away from it so that it can...
Okay, geez, John Wheeler.
I'm not saying we're the smartest adventurers on the planet. Just saying that we're adventurers.
Still alive somehow.
Yes. It's like I feel like this is the scene from Jurassic Park where like the kids are fighting over the like the flashlight as it's shining in the Tyrannosaurus Rex's eye at this stage. No, just turn it off. Just turn it off. Turn it off.
I don't think torches turn off that easily.
So as you start to get the light going on, you see the flick of the tender, and then finally the light flipping up, and now it kind of looks like a campfire that's slightly occluded from your vision. But now the room is decently lit for the area where the light is. You are just beyond that with dim light, and then now there is another source of bright light and some dim light reaching over across you again as well.
Okay. Is it my turn?
And it is your turn.
I think I like don't hear anything for long enough that I glance over to where we saw it last and I don't see anything. So I'd like to I don't know, just observe to see where I think it could be.
Everywhere.
How would you go about doing that? Are you just gonna stop and watch the area? Or are you gonna go out and try and trace where the tracks were, or?
I'll expose myself but I know that that's like the only way that I would be able to tell. Maybe I should like try to make my way toward the group just so that we're all together.
So you want to head towards there we go. So you want to head back towards, which pair do you want to head back towards? I believe that Jakeen is now, actually she's in pretty much pitch darkness as the bright light barely extends to just shy of where she would be. So you have bright light, or you have dim light between you and the next form of bright light, which is where the two of them are, to the west, southwest of you.
I would head toward them because I can see them.
Okay. So you're going to move over there with your action. That'll take you your dash to get there. So you still have a bonus action available if you would like to try and do something with that. This is too aggressive of music. We need something a little
It
bit
sounds
more.
really victorious, and I
It
don't
does
feel
already.
victorious
You
yet.
shouldn't.
See, I'm trying to think of stupid stuff like, what if I like tied a rope to one stalagmite, and then as I was making my way over to them, I tied the rope to another stalagmite, and it's kind of like maybe he trips on it.
Do it.
Tripwire.
Yeah, kind of like put down tripwire.
Sure.
Great. That's what I want to do.
So you're going to take part of your 50-foot rope, and there's some stalagmites. Here's where you are.
Okay.
And these are roughly, I mean, like, there's clusters, so if you want to put it somewhere else, you're welcome to, but these are about 10 feet.
Okay. I will, if I'm making my way to them, I'll go from here to here.
Okay. And you want to tie it off there?
Yeah.
Okay. So you move back behind there, and you use, as a thief, your use action or use item bonus action there to get that nice and tied.
Yeah, I do it really cool.
This is still like too.
You're obsessed
Intense.
about this music.
I feel like it's important. I feel like setting the mood is important,
Just
don't you?
commit. Just commit. Whatever it's going to be. Just let it be.
Let it be.
Mood is always important.
Let it be. Let it be.
There's a small blue child in here.
Hello, blue child.
What are you?
It is one of the blue folk. He sits among glasses. He is a scout looking for a new home.
Is there a bug in there?
Will your
No,
intestines
but
be the
there's-
home of the new blue folk tribe?
I like that you're like, I'm still gonna drink it.
I mean, I think it's just like
Will
maybe.
they form a new colony and find peace and prosperity inside your guts?
It's like that.
The new
There's a
reign.
Futurama where he gets worms, but they just improve him.
Yeah. They just make it better.
Heck?
Yeah.
What are
there
these
you go.
cackles?
The next
where
reign
are
of
you?
Dodger is currently begun.
What is it? I swear.
She got it.
Got it.
It's
Don't
just
get it on your
fuzzy?
character sheet. It'll take over your character sheet.
What is it?
I don't know. It might be paint.
We waited for you, Sig.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's cool. Because it wasn't. But as you go back and you tie off the
Right. Yes.
the rope on the stalactite, now
Right.
that I have appropriate music, you finish tying off the knot and you hear a laugh come from the somewhere in the environment outside the bright and dim light. God, it's just getting louder and louder. And you hear this laughter and you hear, "That's cute. Very nice." And that's it.
Do I make it all the way to them?
No, you stopped about 10 feet
Right.
shy.
At least somebody thinks you're attractive.
But if you want, I would let you.
Damn.
If you tie it off, you can run to them. Yeah. You want to stop there?
No, I want to. Yeah, I want to stop there because I was making my way to them under the assumption that maybe it wouldn't see me.
Okay.
But now that I know that it's seen me, I don't want to like. I would rather have it split attention, if that makes sense.
By running to where they are?
By not going all the way to them.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're gonna stay where you are now?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you stop behind right where you on the stalagmite where you finished tying the thing off when it laughs and says that it was cute, your little thing here. You duck back down behind it. All right. You are up, Jakeen.
What is this boy doing?
19.
Finally. The ranger with all the wisdom.
I don't have very high wisdom. It's really low.
Should be a 14 at least.
No, it's not.
It
Oh.
is a 14.
So
Plus
wait,
2.
What was I rolling
No,
then?
you're
I
still
don't
you're still
understand.
rolling your resistance bonus for it, but it's
But it can't be lower than 14?
No, it can.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, but you're the one that's got like the best stats for it, except for maybe the frog over there. But so what?
no, right?
So I will say that. So that's the end of your turn, Johan. You're up.
Lepat. So if it's a snake, then two questions. Would I know personally as Johan if Yanti are magical creatures? Like, would they have an aura around them?
They are magical creatures in probably much the same way that you're a magical creature.
But it just did shape shifting. So would it have an aura
It did a
around
shape
it?
shift, Dad.
Or is that a natural, like,
It's like part of the race.
is that a racial ability, or is that something that would leave a magical residue?
It is not something that would necessarily leave a magical residue.
Okay, well, there goes that idea. If it's a snake, then it's probably using infrared or heat vision in order to find us, which means we need to make a lot of heat, and maybe we can either blind it or just disorient it as much as we possibly can.
Do you have anything that catches the fire, Johan Wheeler?
He says as he holds the torch aloft in his hands.
Like the liquid.
No.
Let's make like the big fire.
I don't think I would have anything like that in my adventuring kit, but I will look real quickly, because I can look. I have a panic whistle.
Sorry,
wrote
rape
that
whistle
down.
won't help you here.
I wrote that. Beep, tweet, tweet. How flammable is the bug repellent? Oh, I have alchemist fire. Never mind. I already am holding on to this. Look.
He digs through you dig through, and under the light of the torch, now you can finally see the swirling mass of glowing fire that is inside this green.
This is good. This is good. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. LePan, go out there and lure him out. I will stay here with the alchemist fire. And as soon as I see him, I will throw it on him.
But he wants to eat me.
I know, that's why you're the best candidate for this.
I don't like this idea, John Wheeler.
It's okay, I have the fire. I'm gonna get
Give
him.
me the fire.
No, because then he'll know you have the fire. You need to go
What
out
if I
there.
hide the fire?
No, where are you gonna hide it, you little grungy frog? Look, just it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I've got the
You
fire.
better hit him with the fire,
I'm
John
gonna hit him with the
Wheeler.
fire. It's gonna be
I'm
great.
trusting you with my life, John Wheeler.
You've done that several times, and it's
Not
worked.
when.
I can't recall right now, but it's going to be fine. Point is that we need to either take this thing out or we need to get out of here. So, the only way that's going to happen, and look, Jaqueen and Reef, they're somewhere around too.
How close is Jaqueen to us? Can we see her?
They could probably see me, right? I'm like right around
They
the
can
corner.
see you right above the thing. They cannot see Jaqueen.
Can't see Jaqueen. Okay. Okay.
Jaqueen and Reef are close by. They're not going to leave you hanging, just like I'm not going to leave you hanging. Okay? We have, yes.
You better hit him with the Bible, John.
I'll hit him with the thing.
Hit him with the thing.
I'll hit him with the thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold my action, ready it, and if I see an opportunity to be able to hit it with the alchemist fire, in particularly, especially from the position where I'm at, then I'd like to.
Volunteering to go out and play.
Volunteering's a strong word.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Convinced?
Convinced? Well, good thing it's Lepad's turn. So basically, as soon as you can see it, you're going to toss it.
As soon as I don't want to. It's not like if I see it, if it like slithers by. As soon as
Clear shot it.
as soon as it's in a static position enough where I can get a bead on it and then throw it. I'm not gonna hit a moving target with my one alchemist fire.
What makes you think it's going to stop moving?
There is. Just listen to me here, okay? Because I know the things that you're going to make me loophole through this. I don't care if it slithers by and tries to make itself a moving target. I am only readying my action if it stands up enough to where it looks like it's readying an attack onto Lepad.
So if it attacks, is that a thing that you're using your reaction to do? Like, tell me what, because you have to
Like-
tell me what the reaction
Yes.
If
The
is.
you're
reaction
just bad,
is-
it like dives onto him.
Yes, seriously.
Okay.
Are you gonna be like, nope, I don't got a clear shot,
This is
man?
the worst plan
I don't know.
ever.
The thing is that Ivan, in order to
Ready as
ready
that.
an action,
I'm
you
trying to
have
make
to
it-
give me the triggering action.
I'm trying to make it very specific for you.
Very much so. Let's hear it.
If the creature attacks Lepad and or looks like it is ready to attack, as in I see it and it is standing still, even if it's just for a beat, all right? Not a 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. It's standing up 1.
For those of you just joining us, like most of you are, because Twitch, the party had gotten in and was having, I don't even want to call the hostile negotiations
We're having communication
Start as
breakdowns.
with a Yanti, which they are in possession of of which
I wasn't gonna say anything, but that made no
Whom's-
sense.
whom they have taken
Yep.
and gained possession from of the eggs for the grung of red.
Do we need to put you in the grammar cage? Do you need to go in the grammar cage?
We're fighting the Yuan-Ti, and it wants the grung eggs that we stole back from it.
Yeah, so we set him on fire.
I'm still envisioning the grammar cage right
It's just built out of words in the wrong order. So you guys are fighting this Yuan-Ti. Johann forced Lepad to move out and become a target with a torch.
Sorry, go.
Very Jeff Goldblum-esque.
Hey! Holding the red flare.
Yeah. Over here.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about that, it was right after Dr. Grant was like able to do this and then tosses it aside. And the T-Rex is like, all right, that's cool. I'm gone. Wait. Dude on a toilet. So you guys got him to go out. He started waving the torch around, doing his little dodge motion as a little monkey grung. And then when he got in range, you ran up, tossed the flask, the alchemist flask on him, pretty much slam dunked it. It splashed on him, catching him on fire. He took a little bit of damage. And then, while trying to put it out, he ignited his whole little slivery trail and the rest of himself as he is coiled around a stalagmite, now trying to bat out these flames.
Super proud about that.
You should be. And Lepad he went, did his thing, the thing came out, did his thing, now he's there. Jakeen,
Hello.
you now can see a flaming Yuan-Ti, and you are no longer afraid.
He also caught fire all over the whole thing.
Yes, so
I guess I'll-
this
we
is
can
all
see
lit
everything
up.
now.
Like, basically,
My hunter's mark on it.
we're just going to say the rest of this room is now bright light from where he's been.
And I'm gonna take a shot, and I'm gonna crit.
Woo!
Whoa, man.
Look at a crit!
Not a good day for this
But
young
since I have Colossus Slayer, that means everything gets double damage, right?
Not double damage, no. You get to add one more d8.
Wait, what?
It's always one more d8 after it's taken damage. So if the thing is not at maximum
No,
health.
I understand. Like,
Oh, you mean everything?
yeah,
yes,
it
not
all
from
does-
Colossus
yeah,
Slayer.
No, but like
You get
Colossus-
2d8 instead of
that's
1.
what I'm saying. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. I was like, I feel like you're cheating me here.
So you get 2d10.
Yep, yeah. So I'm gonna just roll them each. Let me.
Oh yeah, and your bolts are the.
5,
I'm tracking those bolts
11,
still.
12 for the first one. 12 points of damage. Wait, yeah. Plus 5. Wait, plus 2 is 14 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So, and oh man, 4,
living in his own house.
7, 10, and 12 more points of damage on that other.
So what was the total?
24.
No.
12
wait,
and 12.
14 plus
14 and 12?
Yeah.
26.
26.
Math.
On my first attack.
Right, that was your first attack.
Oh,
26 damage on the first shot.
18 to hit on the second one.
That will hit
Awesome.
as he flails back and forth on fire.
Okay, so 10 and 16 plus 2 and 18 more points of damage on that second shot.
Nice.
Oof. That heavy crossbow.
18 more?
Yes. Oh, actually, I believe it's a plus 3, 19 more.
And you only get that D8,
Oh.
that extra D8 from Colossus Slayer once per turn.
Oh, so then take away 3. So
Okay.
16 points of damage. Sorry, the repeater bow is plus 3. I wrote it here because.
Oh, right, because that's why it's 5.
The repeater bow?
Oh, no, she just for her to hit. Doesn't worry about it. 'Cause it's,
Oh, with your dexterity bonus on it,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. I was like, the repeater bow is definitely not a plus 3 weapon.
No, it's just to hit.
All right. So the snake coils his way up the stalagmite. He's kind of flailing about, trying to pat himself off as he's in this hybrid form. and it's all the flames. This sickly green flame from the alchemist's fire is seeping up on him. And then all of a sudden you step out. Your crossbow engages as the four portions of the four arms pop out, and you just go. I don't know. Do you even have like a catchphrase that you do at this point, like Rambo kind of?
Say hello to my little friend.
Burn, baby! Click! You fire the bolt. It hits him square in the shoulder, almost tearing his arm off with the critical hit that you did a pretty big chunk of damage on. And then the following shot hits him square in the gut.
Ooh.
Your little serrated bolts digging in, catching fire as well as he's caught and knocked back.
Yeah, I did almost like 40. I did 40 plus points of damage.
Yeah, you did quite a bit of damage to it. So you caught him on fire, or so he's been caught on fire. He's now been shot twice. And Johan, it is now your turn.
He's just going misery.
You hear the shrieking of this grand snake-like, very, very majestic in all of its movements and efforts, now just screaming at the top of its lungs, its forked tongue crisping as the alchemist's fire eats him alive, and now two bolts hammer into him.
Maybe just a little bit of guilt. Maybe.
Zero guilt, kill it.
Zero guilt.
Kill the guilt.
Kill the guilt. Kill the guilt with vicious mockery.
Legit, just adding insult to injury. It's amazing.
Insult to injury.
Literally. Insult.
So wisdom save for him, which I'm sure he'll do fine on. Unless, him being on fire makes
I just need to
disadvantage or
hear
something.
what it is that you're going to mock him with.
I'm like,
It smells like chicken.
no. Yeah, No. You know what? You deserve this. You came out here, you intimidated my little friend, you're gonna roll around, and you know what? It smells delicious. It smells like bacon breakfast wrapped snake dogs after a long night out at the tavern. That's what's going on. We're gonna eat you after this. It's delicious.
This isn't mockery. This is just intimidation.
I slapped you with that alchemist fire like it was LeBron. All right, sorry, meta. Don't get out of there. But I'm an adventure, damn it! So die!
Don't.
Do you want to make the wisdom
I'm
save?
working on it.
Okay.
My cheeks hurt, man.
Oh.
Obviously, we take D&D really seriously.
Hey.
It's true.
Hey.
So,
You know what? Yanti. Sorry, I'm trying to think of a bad bit. A bad
like-
pun.
a bad pun.
Bad pun.
Bad joke.
He is going to get a 17.
Ooh. Yeah, he's going to probably be okay.
He knows we're not going to eat him.
He's too busy trying to bat out the flames.
He'll even hear me at this point.
I don't know why it's so funny.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to, after doing that, I'm going to walk over to where Reef is.
Okay, so you scream at him.
I'm going to walk over to my sister. So there.
And you just frumph down on the ground next to her. Like,
I'll also ready my heavy crossbow because I have a feeling that there's nothing that's going to happen in this.
you took your action. There's no ready.
I can't use a bonus action to ready?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Not unless. Nope, actually, you cannot.
All right, that's fine. Then I'm done.
Okie dokie.
Good game. Good game. Good game, everybody.
So he screams again as the flames are erupting around him, and his shrill cry drowns out the mocking But everybody else hears it and can be inspired by it.
Ooh, that's right.
Lipad. Oh, if you would like to try and inspire somebody,
I have bonus dice.
you have a bonus action.
I
you can
have
do.
for my bonus action, I will give Reef 1 inspiration die for a D8.
You are very proud. It's not a full inspiration die. It's a D6.
No, it's a D8.
D8?
Yeah, so it's
Okay,
a
so you have
level
1
5.
D8 that you
At
can
least
use
above level 5.
for a thing. You are inspired by your brother. I don't even know doing what. Oh, man. Lebad!
Ah, man.
So how
I had
close
a
am I
better
to
one.
10 feet.
Damn it.
Okay.
Better vicious mockery. That was okay. I could have done better.
Johan, Wielder, do you think a snake can hop with no feet?
I don't know. Let's find out. He's on fire, Lepad. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna take out my blowgun. I'm gonna shoot him with a poison dart.
All right, so you're going to take out the blowgun. You're going to rub the dart across your skin. Oh, okay, you're going to lick the dart.
This is more insulting. Yes.
Give me an attack roll.
I don't know. Let's find out, Lepad.
It's 16 plus 6, so 22.
22?
Yeah.
22's going to hit your little dart. Hits him square in the chest. He screeches, and you do 1d4 damage.
It's just D6.
A d6 for a dart?
It said blowgun, 1d6 plus 3 piercing.
Okay.
Roll that D6.
Roll a d6. If it's not, we'll do it next time.
Oh, it's a 1 plus 3 is a 4.
Okay, so you do your 4 damage to it. There doesn't seem to be any effect of any kind from poison.
I guess not, Johan.
You now recall that snakes are already poisonous creatures and thus do not have any type of problem with poison.
Resisting poison.
But I don't know, like, if like one kind of poisonous creature but another kind of, because it's different poison.
I have poison. I'm immune to poison too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they just have resistance. Who knows? It's not us for judge. It's not for us to judge nature,
You
Jakeen.
guys can't put together sentences tonight.
Yes.
So I guess. So how close am I to them?
So you are right next to, you're within 5 feet of Reef, 10 feet of Jahan, and 10 feet of the Yanti. 10 feet of the Yanti.
Okay.
And Jakeen is still quite a ways away, but now out in the open on the appropriate area, the good part of the path there, not the difficult part. Firing at the Yanti, who is now coiled around this this stalagmite. You've used your action, and
No, I'll just
bonus action. Huh?
I'll just walk over next to them casually and join the group. Just,
Casually?
yeah, just watch him burn.
Oh.
Now that didn't work.
Do-do-do.
How long do
Just
you
like-
think it will take him to burn?
Start.
Well, seems to be handling it pretty well.
Reef, you see Lepad walk over to you and go, Johan, wait, how long do you think it will take him to burn? And your answer.
Okay, I'm very proud of both of you. Did great. You especially. I'm actually like, so that was so. Anyways, we need to get out of here because we don't know if there's more than just this one.
Oh, that's right. We should just leave. He's on fire.
We need to leave.
There's no reason
Not
to
gonna
not just.
chase us. We gotta get out of here.
There's no reason not to just. You're right. Just go. Let's just go then.
If so, now that there's full vision, do I see an exit in this room?
You see the ramp that you were heading up before, like that part of the path leading up is pretty open. Like it looks like it will continue on. You guys are probably gonna want to grab the torches
Okay.
as you go, but it looks like that is a way
I'm still holding
out.
one, right?
Yes, you are still holding one.
Okay, so I'll walk to the torch that's furthest from us and pick it up, and I go, "Let's go!"
Is this something everybody wants to
Yeah,
do?
we're all following.
Okay.
Oh man, we're gonna leave a
Do you-
pissed off one
Do
team.
you want to follow?
I mean, I want to take my 30 feet of movement and then take my shot.
So everybody else is running out of the room, and you're just like you're like, okay, guys, I'm coming. Pop, pop. No, I swear I'm coming. Pop, pop. Yeah? Okay.
I'm gonna finish the job.
All right. So you all, Everybody else will head towards this exit. She's going to stop, or are you guys dashing, or are you guys moving at your standard movement
I would
speed?
assume we'd be dashing.
I
But
would
think
think
we
so.
would at the very least dash away from this whole situation.
Yes. Okay. So
As
you
we're-
guys will dash up the ramp. In the meantime, we'll get to where she's going to be up there.
Yeah.
But who wants to pick up the torch?
Me.
You are. So you two now have torches. You guys are going to head up the ramp out of this room. You guys will be 180 feet from where you are now, which is about 40 feet ahead of where Jakeen is. She will continue to follow you, but at half that movement. So she will reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I wanted to take my
9.
last 2 shots, and then my next turn I would dash after.
Oh, so you're just gonna take 2 shots and
Yeah,
go?
yeah.
Because I was gonna figure out how you could get like the. Okay,
No,
you're gonna do
I
that
was
one
just
now.
gonna see if I could finish it. If I could just finish the job with my 2
So if you
shots.
want to do the things, we can. Here's how this would play out. If you would like to keep firing at it, you can continue to fire at it every 30 feet, which would give
That's
you
what it said. I'll take my 30
1,
feet of movement. And
2,
then
3, 4. It'll give you 4 shots before you're out of the room, like 4 rounds of shooting before you're out of the room. Each time, though, I'm gonna roll to see if he douses the fire. If he does, you can stay and continue to shoot him. You may have to, but they're going to be about 180 to 240 feet down the path. Are we all okay with how this is gonna play?
As we're kind of dashing towards the ramp, I would like to turn to Reef at least and go into it and say, what if he puts himself out? Then we're just going to have a very angry snake man chasing
that's
after
what I
us.
think. We need to finish the job.
So you wanna go back? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, there is a chance that he could die in the fire, that's for
Where's
sure.
Jakeen?
What?
Jakeen is busy taking pot shots. Go ahead and roll me at least the first 2
Yeah.
from your attack, and let's see where things
so
go.
21 to hit.
That'll hit.
And where's the one I want? Okay. Man, come on. 2, 4, 8, 9, 11 on the first shot. And then 27 to hit on the second one.
Yeah.
Plus the 10, damn.
And 12 on the second shot.
All right. So,
I think she's still back there. I mean, we can't leave her alone.
I thought you wanted to
roll me
smooch
another
this girl.
D4.
You didn't notice that she wasn't with us?
Well,
never mind.
To be
You
fair,
wanna
we were all
smooch her,
talking
though,
about
right?
moving.
You
What?
definitely do. Come on, let's go back.
Okay with the
All right.
going to leave.
All right.
it continues to burn.
Do you want to roll damage against it?
I already did.
Oh, you already did.
Yeah, because you guys are talking, I just figured I'd speed that. And I got a
okay.
4 if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah.
You can definitely roll for it if you want to, but I'd max
No,
damage.
I don't. You're welcome to roll as much as you want. I think we have decided through our
We're going back.
I don't
Yes.
think we decide this. I
You don't
So
have
we'll
to
both
go
come back out, and I'll at least do my range because it's a 100 feet. I'll at least get within heavy crossbow range and take a shot as well.
Okay. Yep, we'll go ahead and say that you can go. The Yanti was not able to put himself out. Jakeen fired. You're up. Go ahead.
Well, 7. Nope.
So you go out and you're like, okay, sis, we'll go back and do this. And you fire it off before you even get it up to be aimed.
Oh,
I'm so proud.
And you set it back down on the ground, put your foot on it, start cranking back up. Lepad, you are you're like behind them going, what?
if I move, will I be in range of the blowgun?
It should tell you the range of the blowgun.
It says 80/320 feet. Whatever that means.
That means that 80 you would fire normally, and at 120 feet would be or anything beyond 80 would be a disadvantage up to whatever that maximum is.
320. Okay.
So yes, you can fire. It'll be like, and it'll be a disadvantage because of distance.
Okay. I'll just begrudgingly walk up. Okay. And I'm gonna shoot a dart.
Shoot it. Unless you want to get close enough to shoot it regularly. You can, from where you are, you can still shoot at it, but at a disadvantage.
No,
Actually, in order to get close enough, you would have to use your action. So go ahead and. Well, I guess you could use a bonus
probably
action and
wouldn't
keep
do that
quiet.
anyways, because
Oh,
oh
The
no.
wood no good.
Well, now that's going to be
Yeah.
disadvantage on your
Double
next roll too.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, do you go with what it was landed?
No,
on?
no, you
Oh,
roll because this is already a disadvantage.
I
So we're going to
gotcha.
assume that that was a crit that was on the floor.
That was 17 and rolled again.
Nope.
No. So, what?
So 17
Yeah.
will be your hit,
Right.
and then your next roll for the next thing you attempt will be a disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you dropped the
So I hit
dice.
him.
So
Okay,
you hit it.
understand.
Give me that sweet D6 damage there.
Oh, yeah.
7.
All right, le seven.
Oh, yeah. More darts that burn immediately after they've contacted his skin.
Yep. All right, Dodger. Reef Ambrose, what are you gonna do?
I'll shoot him, I guess. I'll shoot him.
Just a firing squad at this point.
On fire.
Is she hidden, technically?
They're walking back into the thing. I mean, he's technically not paying attention, so sure, do sneak attack. You know what? Why don't you give me sneak attack damage on him as well?
Okay. How do I add that up?
You know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
Dodger, go ahead.
I add the 2 hit number, right?
Yeah, so you add 2 hit to that roll.
So you
Okay, it's 18.
18, so you're gonna hit. You're gonna get
And
your sneak damage too, and I believe at 6th level you're rocking. I want to say 4d6.
really? I'm
might
only
be 3.
3d6 at my, and I'm a higher level on my.
You
ability,
are,
so-
but you have 3
Sneak
levels of
attack
range.
is 3d6 for me, yeah.
3d6.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13.
Yeah.
Do you add anything to it? Or no?
I added 3 to it.
Okay.
Already, yeah.
So
I guess we got.
it just continues to scream as bolts pour into it.
I'm imagining the.
That's a flaming pincushion.
I'm imagining lights scream from the new Death Note movie.
It finally puts out the flames around it, and as it's patting it, you can see it like notices that now it's got little bolts and darts in it, and it's like it goes to pull the dart out, and the dart is burning, and it drops it. And the other one, it goes to try and pull out the serrated one, but it can't, and it's all burnt, and it starts to crumble in his hand, and he's just screaming in pain. Jakeen,
19 to hit.
he's hit.
Yes. Uh, 11,
One of us has got to be able to shoot him in the eye.
14.
Like, come on, guys.
17, 19 points of damage on my first roll.
He's dead.
I hope so. This is just getting sad.
So what does it look like when you shoot this? Please be with someone in reason.
So as this Yanti is like, it's like half like charred face, just like, why was this my day? And then as it's like one sad tear comes out of his eye, a bolt explodes in the middle of its face, and it's like, oh, and it crumples to the ground. And I'm
All
like,
right.
okay, gotta go, bye. And I dash.
Great, good job. Let's go.
So Jakeen shoots.
Actually, wait. How far am I from the body?
You're probably like you're a good way away
No,
from it at this
then
point.
let's get out of here. I was
You guys-
gonna loot it for treasure, but that's not a good idea. It's probably all on fire anyways.
You do what you want to do, girl.
We go.
Okay. So Jakeen fires her last. It's like reaching in to try and pull these other bolts out, and just all it looks up and right in the eye, and it just goes falls back into the thing. It's all good, bruh.
Rudy.
It keels back the little serpentine coil around the stalagmite, loosening as it slides down in a charred husk of snake and man. And the tears
I
that
forget that there's man in there. Yeah.
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 And then Jakeen runs past you guys. Okay, guys, gotta go. Bye.
All right, let's go.
All right,
Wait, how far am I from the body?
You're
You want to loot it?
as far away as she is.
Okay. I'm gonna hop over. Wait, guys, wait.
It's gonna take you more than a round to get, like 2 rounds to get to it, and then 2 more to get
Oh,
back.
he's gonna go, wait, guys, wait, and I'm going to put on a glove and grab his little froggy collar and be like, no time, Lupin.
I wanted to eat a piece of him.
Why no?
You said we were going to eat him.
I know, I promised that, but that was just me being viciously
Yeah, but
mocking.
we don't know if he has friends and we don't want them to eat us. Time to go.
You guys are no fun.
Flop, flop, flop.
All right, so you grab him. Jakeen goes rushing past. Lepad starts to move towards. A gloved hand grabs onto him and starts yanking him back by the arm, very reminiscent of the shopping mall.
You weren't there
And-
for the shopping mall.
And what are you doing?
I followed her. The second
Okay,
that she
so
went by,
you
I was
guys
like,
all-
woo, let's do this.
As you start to head up, you notice that the ramp starts to become less of the smooth terrain of the caves and becomes more, starts to become more tread by boots and dust and dirt spread across the thing. You also notice that the snakes, the area where the snakes move is almost completely gone. There's no more snake slither tracks anywhere.
Okay.
It takes you 3 hours to start to reach an open area where the tunnel becomes the tunnel breaks out into a cobblestone entryway, the sides of which start to have different murals and little pieces of the architecture carved as statues or painted in as glyphs, runes, and pictures.
Do I recognize any of it?
Roll me a history check. At advantage, actually, because you're...
I'm an archaeologist.
I
Sure am.
also would like to study the murals.
Okay, you can look over the murals too. History check, not at advantage.
7 plus 8. I'm dumb.
You get a second roll though.
I know. I'm just. Well, yeah, that's true.
7 plus 8 would be 15.
Okay. 25.
Okay,
I got 13.
all right. So as you're piecing it together in your head, you recognize some of the stuff that's on the walls, some of the paintings, to be that indicative of one of the ancient tribes of this temple area just outside of a city called Hisari, that is far, far to the southeast of the peninsula of Cholt.
So
In some
I
of
would
the most-
assume seeing this that we are near Hisari then.
Yes.
Okay.
As she's starting to piece it together, she's like, "Oh, it looks like this and that," and so you're picking up on the words she's saying, and
We're in Hisari.
you basically,
Oh,
yeah.
God. Oh, my. How can we... Are we really that far south?
I mean, we must be.
I mean, is,
Judging by this architecture and.
I'm going to pull the map out and look at the map. And is there anything around the Asari location that tells me more? Because at this point, now that I have my sister, I'm looking at this map with much more of a interest than just, oh, I'm going to turn this in to go find my sister. Now I'm trying to look at it like an adventurer would look at a map. Does that make sense? Ruty. Okay.
He's playing with noises.
Oh, this music.
So you make your way, you pull out the map, you make your way over to each other, and you start to look back and forth at the map. It looks like...
Visual stimuli is my friend. I like looking at maps because maps are cool. Do you got a map? Because I have a map. Let's look at our maps together.
Is this a Little Phoenix song?
You don't understand. When you have a kid, everything is
Everything's
a
a
song.
song.
Everything is a Little Phoenix song.
I liked your song, Chahan Wheel.
So, as you look at the map, you recognize this is where Hisari is. This is where you were with Harax.
Rocks on that peninsula.
This is not
So
a
we
peninsula,
got-
that's a mesa.
Mesa on the mesa. So we got Baboom Booms pretty far south
East
Mhm.
is what it is.
And you recognize, so the markings that you recognize just give you hints of that civilization that was there. Dodger, this is where you, this is the civilization area where you were. Port Nyanzaru is up here.
Okay.
So just context of what would be on my map versus around there, because I'm assuming my map isn't an entire giant map of Chult. It's just a very specific area laid out. So what is the map? Does the map have any familiar landmarks around that area?
The city
Yes.
of Hisari that seems to be right around there
Yes.
is indicative of the carvings that are around.
Yes.
And there is a volcano nearby
Okay.
and a lake and whatnot.
Is the map showing me that I'm in the right place to unravel whatever the secrets of this map holds?
Give me
Insight, or investigation?
Arcana.
That's good, Arcana.
I have faith in you, brother. What did you roll?
12.
Because she has faith, you can do it at advantage.
Yay! Faith with my sister. Shit! 13.
My love wasted.
So as you start to look at the thing, you're like holding around. Everybody else, give me perception checks. The three of you.
Oh, I'm the worst adventurer.
Mine would be at disadvantage, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
because you dropped it.
But like,
Oh,
it can't
it's
be
a
lower than my
22.
passive, right?
Huh?
It can't be lower than my passive, right?
Yeah, we're gonna say it's not lower than your passive.
15.
Well, if that's the circumstance.
You're not in that.
Yeah.
Well, it went from a natural 20 to a 6.
No.
There are instances when it could be lower than your passive,
Right.
but this isn't one of them.
It's not fair.
So what did you get?
Well, a 6.
What's your
But you're
passive?
Oh, passive, it's 16.
Okay. So as Johan is trying to study the map and like squints in, it starts to fold over a little bit. You notice that just with a glimpse, that it seems to have a secondary purpose. Maybe if it's folded a very certain way, that the map could lead to, show you some other picture, or give you some other hint.
Johan, can I see that map for a moment? No,
yes.
just trust me.
Okay, all right.
So I take
Yeah.
it and start trying to like fold it in like a new configuration.
Now give me an investigation check.
Oh. 20.
Nobody's talking to you.
14.
14? So you start to fold it into different ways. You guys are all kind of like skimming, like leaning into this thing. And you start to notice that on the back side of the map, when it's all folded over and into itself, basically into the shape of a diamond, that there is a little path that leads itself to along the back. As you start to move it around a little bit in this noticing, you see that the torch that the two of them are holding start to cast light on it a very specific way. And when you hold it up to that light, you see the path on the back, after being folded, leads from Port Nyanzaru to an area like that mountain range just below to the southeast of Hisari.
I mean, this looks pretty sweet, you guys.
Yeah, but where's it going to? I mean, it's going to some mountain ranges in the southeast, but
And
it's
that's
like,
as you turn it around, you can now see that with the map folded that certain way,
Yeah.
they overlap a little bit, and that's where the
clever.
thing runs.
how
I'm
amazingly
so
clever.
excited that I hugged Joaquin.
And I'm going to start getting out my own piece of paper, like my own blank paper with my own ink, and with my cartography tools, I'm going to jot down what I'm seeing with this folded.
Sure. So you go and you make a copy of the map looking like that with the folding into
Yeah,
it.
so we don't have to necessarily fold it like this every single time to do it.
Oh, this is so exciting. This is so great. We have a lead.
Says, dude, where does this map lead to? What is it? I mean, what are we looking for?
Well,
Is it dangerous? Please don't tell me it's dangerous.
yes.
Ugh.
It is dangerous. It's the reason that I didn't want to go home with you when you were so adamant about us just leaving is because it's very dangerous and there are people potentially being hurt and...
People? Like Choltians? Or whatever they call themselves? Chileans?
Choltons. Like sultans with a ch.
Who?
Okay, I haven't been totally honest with you guys.
Okay, all right, here it goes. All right, let's hear
What
it.
do you mean by that? I'm trying to be honest with you now that we're not, about to die. Thank you. So there's an item called the pulse. And it, essentially, you can just pump magic into this thing, right? You can create, you can have so much power at your fingertips, but it takes time. It takes a lot of effort. And this map will lead us to the pulse. But not only that, right? Because, I mean, that's already exciting, right? Like, to find something like that would be incredible, absolutely incredible, but I think that what they're doing is also potentially hurting grungs.
Grungs?
I think that the reason that they had that bag, right? The bag with all of the eggs in it.
This bag.
That bag, yes. Thank you, again. I think that the reason that all of those eggs were there is because they need them. I think that they need them in order to make this thing work.
So red grung are the magic users of your cast, right? Mm-hmm. So, if I'm hearing you correctly, do you think that the Yuntai or whatever we saw back there could be feeding magic grung in order to feed this pulse thing?
I think that they're using it kind of like a beacon, or they need the grungs. They need the magical power that's inside of them for something in order to make this pulse work, which means that not only is it existing with people who are willing to hurt another living thing in order to have power, but they have so much power at their fingertips if they're getting it right.
If we, with this, in theory, we could be completely energy dependent. We could use magic in order to harness it for an entire city's purposes. If you say that having the entire, oh man, all right. But someone hid it, so there has to be, I don't know, sis. This sounds like something, maybe stuff we shouldn't be tampering with.
They shouldn't have it.
If they are hurting the grung, I will go.
But first things first, we gotta drop off these babies at a village.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I agree.
Or at least, okay, yes, no, that's the most important. But it's, wow. All right, well.
Johan, I'm going regardless, even if you do not go.
No, in my time with you, Lepan, you have been nothing but loyal, you've been nothing but courageous, and you've done nothing but stick by my side for good or ill, literally this entire adventure. So I think we owe it to you and your people at the very least to be able to make sure that no one is feeding little grung to a giant magical bag of holding. Let's do this.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, what am I going to do? Like, I'm not going to drag you back out from this. Like, do you know how long I've been waiting to, like, finally go off and do something fun with good people again? Writing's great. Writing's super fun. And I am enjoying what people are getting out of it, but they're not my stories. All right? They're your stories that I just put onto paper. I want my own story.
It started off as our stories.
Well, let's make...
So it can be our stories again, right?
Don't forget you're going to write about the grung. This one.
This is the This is your story. This is exactly what it is. So, let's do this. Let's go make our story.
Should we put the hands in like they do the thing?
Yeah.
I put the
let's
glove
the
on.
hands
Put the
in.
glove on.
Yeah, I
I
also put a
totally
glove
touched you
on.
because I don't
I
know.
also put a glove on and then like,
She just got right
Did
in
I-
on it.
Am I missing?
Thanks, by the way.
They say the
So,
sound of
ground are
So-
poisonous.
Oh.
And
You
it's
know
gonna
that.
be
Hey,
bad.
ground!
Hey,
You
Grung.
wait for them to put their hands in first, and you put your hand on top of that.
Go, Grung.
Never mind. I knew that because I'm an adventurer.
Because
It's
you're
not like a terrible
Reed.
poison. It won't really kill you. It'll just
Just
make
make you hop a lot. So much hopping.
Sometimes
So
it's
I want
fun.
to start making
Look,
our way out of
sometimes
this
you want to touch
cave
them.
or structure wherever we are.
Right.
And let's get these babies to a village. I'm assuming the
I
path
don't-
that you can find someone
Yeah.
close.
Because I've looked at the map and I would know where the nearest Grung are,
Settlement
right?
is?
Well, you haven't pinpointed exactly where you are yet.
Right.
Whoa.
So I want to try and make our way out of this structure. I mean, I want to be stealthy about it though, just in case.
Are we?
We should be quiet just in case. It'll
Okay.
feel a lot more like civilization.
Okay. Stealth checks out of the place.
So, as you continue your way up the embankment, you're moving past some of the ancient paintings and murals around the walls. You start to notice that they become scratched out and are starting to become replaced with much less attractive, very crude accounts of what you and probably you would identify as Dindar, the Night Serpent.
Night serpent.
Did we glean anything? Because just looking at the murals or anything past there, was there any other more interesting historical information that may tell us more about the pulse that was in the paintings and murals?
Not from the ones that were originally around,
Right.
sorry, but what you do seem to notice is that when there is a marking or some sort of marking that indicates a city or even the temples, that there are a couple that are wide expansive cities and then have an underground network, and the snakes seem to be confined to the network underneath the
So
temples
they
and
drew in
cities.
their own underground,
Cities.
their own underground tunnel way.
Yeah.
That they just wrote that on a map. So that would actually be pretty useful information. I'd like to maybe sketch some of that down just to kind of use for later.
You can make some notes for it.
Sure.
It doesn't seem to be an actual map as much as like
Right.
hieroglyphs.
But just
Yeah.
notes of where.
There's a tunnel under the city.
Yeah, there's
yes.
stuff under here.
It's more like you could make the assumption that
I see.
the Yuan-Ti are not above ground at all.
Okay. It's nothing specific, just more biblical writing.
In a way.
Yeah.
Hieroglyphs.
Hieroglyph.
So as you continue to rise, you start to feel a bit of heat. You start to leave the damp, dank portion of the cave behind you at your back, and you rise up hundreds of feet until you start to notice that the heat becomes oppressive. And the moisture in this area seems to be increasing with the from what's behind you to the heat that's around you. And as you press on, even the moisture from the cavern below is starting to fade, and only the heat is
All the humidity.
Please don't
pressing
be-
away as the humidity falls away, even from, and now it feels as though even if you were to emerge into the Cholton jungle, that the humidity that you would feel there, this is much drier than that.
Please don't be in an active volcano. Please don't be in an active volcano.
John, this area is not good for the Grung skin.
No, it's not good for the human skin either.
Is there another way out?
It doesn't appear that there's anything except for the way that you came at this moment until you continue up and you reach a hallway. The ground is still paved with heavy stone. The walls seem to arc around. A lot of them are these dastardly, defunctory, graffitied murals, more just predicting or illustrating what the reign of Dindar would look like in Chult. So that means that it's a lot of black because it's the night circle.
Yeah,
Technically,
exactly.
It just makes
Bring eternal light.
Sketched out.
where you
thing
can
is
see
just
where they
painted black.
basically you can see like where they were drawing something when they messed up. They just slacked it in black and they were like, "It's dinner."
We're artists.
So you come to a crossroads. There's the way behind you, and the way left and right.
Let's go the way that's not hot.
Impossible to tell right now.
Right is right. Let's go right.
Left.
Do we notice anything that would, like, any clues separating the two paths at all?
There's no slithering. No tracks
Any
in that.
airflow?
Huh?
Just-
Any airflow of any?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we check for airflow at all?
It feels as though the air in this area is that stifling blow dryer feeling, and it seems to be coming from both directions.
Why do you want to go left?
I'm gonna go right.
Right is right.
I don't know if that's always true.
Yeah,
John
exactly.
Wheeler.
I'll go either. So
All right, left.
you guys figure it
I'll
out.
let someone else make the bad decision.
Look.
I choose left, and we'll see what there is. We can always try and backtrack.
Splitting the party?
No.
No, we're all going left.
No. No. We are going to go left.
All right. So you all start to head left after having this little brief conversation about which way to go. You start to head left around the corner, around the bend. And as you do, you come up to yet another fork, but this one reaches left, reaches right, and continues on forward from the direction that you came.
And all the pathways look the same.
They all look very similar, continuously, like the more and more of these murals.
Yeah.
I'm going to
is
start
there-
drawing. I'm going to start drawing down, like,
which
just
direction
what
we're
I'm
going
doing
in.
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Middle.
Since not all of it is like completely black, is there any? Are there any images that are around? Like,
Are you gonna go up and investigate them?
yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Uh, 20.
Okay, now give me a history check.
Uh, 13.
Okay, so you know from your studies that a lot of the temple areas around Hisari and any of the same type of people, the same culture, if they have a mountainous area that they can build into, they will build the temples inside that little area.
Okay.
Into the mountains for safety, for the already created walls. It's just easier in those scenarios. And you do notice, or you do know as well, that when they would create their tunnels as entrances and egresses, it was always in a circular pattern with a hallway every now and then leading to the next layer of the circle. And most of the time it ended up being very maze-like, but you could always count on moving the same, once you found that next one, that next tunnel, if it was in the opposite
Middle
direction,
hallway.
it would be a middle hallway leading towards the middle.
Yeah, so middle hallway.
middle then.
Okay.
Will lead
Yeah,
us
block.
towards the outer
Yeah.
shell.
Okay?
Okay.
Middle hallway.
Middle.
Assuming you're not on the middle hall right now, assuming that you are heading outward right now.
That's fine. We will know, depending on how it splits.
Sure.
The next one.
Okay. So is this a pattern that you want to continue as
Yeah.
No, but hit us on every single one of them, just so that I know. So whenever there's another junction, let me know what kind of junction
Okay.
it is.
So it's going to end up looking a bit like there's this kind of like circle,
Yeah, outer circle.
but then it's going to stop and it's going to be another
Inner
thing like
circle.
this. Kind of thing going the whole way around. And they're just going to get smaller. Some of them are going to end up being dead ends until you guys reach the center portion. So I'll assume that you mapped it correctly
Okay.
to get back to this underground watery tunnel of fire and death and burnt snake.
Okay, great.
So as you continue up, taking the right
I'd like
turn
to
each time
also
you.
be checking for traps.
See,
as we walk.
right is right.
There you go. taking the right or the left, depending on which side gives you the straight hallway after moving around the corners. You are checking for traps the entire time. As you progress through this, through the tunnels here, you don't find any.
Okay.
And in fact, the interior seems to be becoming more and more temple-like in the sense of an old relic that was worshipped, used to worship at some point or housed worshiping.
Wait, to the inner part of the temple now?
Mhm.
How do we get out?
There, I'm sure. And is this temple to who? Sorry, would I know that?
The best that you can tell from all of the marred paintings is that it originally was not made for Dendar,
And it was turned
and
into
now is.
Whoever this originally was for is now for Dendar. We'll find something in the center that'll help us. Otherwise we have to just go back out the way we came.
Okay.
So as you continue on, you make your way. I'm going to give you guys an option here. You end up coming to another one of these rounding forks. However, at this point, as the cavern bows left and right, you come to one straight line. You can see that to the left, there is a staircase that leads up. To the right, there is a staircase that leads down. And the rest of the circle continues on.
Any symbology around like hieroglyphs or markings around either one of those door frames?
More terribly shellacked black.
Well, damned if you're up, damned if you're down. What do
I
you
say
say?
down.
Then let's
Down.
go down.
She chose down.
So, you all take the right tunnel or the right passage down. As you do, the staircase descends into a large, wide area that looks as though it's becoming the worship chamber. Beyond that, you continue on and you notice that the area seems to be incredibly empty and silent, especially for a place that would be that you've just come from, where there was a mess hall and an armory. As you move your way down through some of the peripheral tunnels that are coming back and forth, or that you're reaching, they are much smaller, like little doors, but you can hear the clang and clash of metal on metal, as if there is a battle happening somewhere in the near vicinity. You reach your way down, and you continue down a little further, this clashing left and right, and you can hear chanting coming through the room in front of you. The heat in this area is incredibly oppressive.
Do I recognize anything chanting language-wise? Since I'm pretty proficient.
Yeah, good question.
Does anybody speak Primordial?
I don't.
I do.
Do you?
Hey.
So you hear the chanting of multiple priests on the outside, or at least in the way that they're forming these words of Primordial. You can hear the chanting coming through, appearing as if they're priests, or at least calling out to Dendar, the Night Serpent. Grant us your power to bring you home. They just keep adding this extra S, basically on the end of all of their phrasing. And feast on the power of the pulse. Bring the ground.
The pulse is here. The
It
pulse
sounds
is
like,
here.
I don't know, maybe they're trying to feast on the power. I think there's going to be a grung sacrifice, you guys.
That's abundantly clear, but does that also mean the pulse is here, though? What does
I
it
don't
look
think
like?
So. Maybe they're just connected to it magically.
Where's this coming from?
So you hear out to the front of them. Well, I guess you don't hear this. You haven't. What have you?
I'm gonna tell them what.
All of that?
Like about the yeah. I'll be like, it sounds like they're gonna sacrifice grung. I don't know. It sounds like they're pulling on the power of the pulse. I don't know, guys.
Does it sound like the priests are like right next to the door?
It sounds as though they would be in this next little area, like through the door. That would probably answer all the questions that you have.
Okay.
Well,
And then so
let's just listen a little while longer. See if we're getting.
they can't sacrifice the
I'm
ground.
going to
I'm
sacrifice
going
the
in
ground.
there.
We have to save it now.
I know.
Do you want to move to the? Do you want to move to the door and like peek through?
Yes.
Yeah, the peeking is fine. Like we can.
We're
peek.
gonna like Scooby Doo it.
Okay. So you each take. We'll say that you two go on the right side, you two go on the left side, and you peer through this large, 10-foot tall, carved stone door. The original carvings there seem to be more like the majestic dinosaur lizards or like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but some of them have been manipulated and moved into having their legs and the majority of their lower bodies just shaved into the snake-like form of Dendar. As you peer out into the area, you are indeed in an active volcano.
Of course.
A ledge along the center aisle makes its way out over a glowing, a large glowing molten pit below, some hundreds of feet. The exterior of it seems to coil around with little outcroppings of platforms for a priest to stand on, each few hundred feet. And in the center is a large altar, two long stakes raised up, and a wizened red grung, a lot of white, kind of. It's not a beard, but you just see this white muck hanging off of the front of the grung. It's tied up. Its features look very youthful, but sunken in. It still sports a shriveled tadpole tail. You see a priest, his face decorated like scales of a snake, chanting as he's walking around the outside. Mostly, you would pick up that he's mostly just chanting Dendar over and over again.
How many are there?
It appears as if there are at least 6 priests on the outcroppings around the outside, and one in the center chanting to all of
Is there
them, kind
anybody
of egging
else?
them on. As you see him around the corner, you hear him call for a grung again, and one about 20 or 30 feet in front of you, past the door, you see another robed figure pull along with him a small, red, childlike tadpole who is in awe of this area.
Gonna hunter's mark that
It
priest and take a
wobbles.
shot on him.
You don't even want to hear the rest of the thing.
I do, but no, I'm gonna see that little baby grung.
So the little grung is being led down the path towards the center of the island. It's looking around at the exterior, watching the priest as it starts to pull over the top of the across the long bridge to the altar. I will let you hunter's mark it. I will not let you fire, and in the future, let's wait until the end. As it walks across the center, you can feel it start to kind of get anxious about the heat rising up from the lava. You notice its eyes finally train on the grung that's in front of it, and you're unable to make out the expression on the young tadpole's face as it is checking this one, but you can be certain that it is probably one of absolute horror as the priest that was chanting around, drawing out, encouraging his partners, slams his hand through the back of the grung. A sea green gem protruding from the front of the chest now, pulsating in its hands as the wizened grung lets out the last and he rips it back through and raises it in the air. You can see a vortex of magic swirling around the pulse from his hand as he raises it up in the air. The other priests let loose with a with a blending tendril of magic that rises up almost into a dome before being absorbed into the vortex. They grab the young Grungling as he's walking, as the priest walks around the outside, holding it up, feeling the energy, fielding that energy into the thing. They clamp the younger Grung into the middle of the altar. The priest lowers it, says a few words that you're unable to decipher because of the chanting of all of them at once. He reaches forward, rips the heart out of the young Grung, and places the pulse in the middle.
Sometimes you just gotta play out the way it is.
Yeah. Puts the pulse of Cholt right into the center of the Grung, and then says a few words as the skin and the bone reform over its chest. And you can see, even from where you are, the faint pulse of the gem inside ebbing, a sickly sea foam, even against the red of the Grung's skin. And now you can do things.
Now I'm gonna shoot that main priest.
Ooh, no, wait. I watch you pull the crossbow.
You fire.
No. She puts the crossbow up. I want to put her hand down on.
So we had a role that we did in our first 8 episodes that was called Save Against Stupid. Not that I think that this is a stupid thing, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to stop her as she pulls out the crossbow. The little arms go, "Poing!" and she takes aim on the priest that she's marked.
Okay.
You can stop her, like you can try and knock the thing down.
Well, I just want to try to put her hand in. Wait.
But how far are we, real quick? From?
It's probably about 300 feet to the center of the chamber where the altar is.
Well, that's too far for me to go shop anyway.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna dash off to sneak up as close as I can,
Wait,
quietly.
Man. One time that we need stealth in this situation. We need to see where they're going to take the little Grungling. His heart's already been ripped out. We can't save him right now. We need to find out where they're going to take him so that we can get a better eye on where they keep his pulse.
The more Grung they're going to kill Sean Wheeler.
We saw what happened to the other Grung.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen to him. I
Yes.
don't think they're taking him anywhere.
Yes, but
They're
we
gonna-
can't save him. His heart has been taken out.
He's still alive.
He is still alive, and you saw what happened to that other smaller Grung. We need to, that obviously ages them and pulls all of the magic out of them. That's what it needs to be. But if we rush in there now with an active volcano and dealing with it, none of us are going to be coming back from this. Let's follow them back to where they are and find out where they keep all the Grung at. Otherwise, we're going to have an entire volcano full of cultists just running around finding us.
And if they keep bringing in Grung after Grung after Grung after
No,
Grung, how
that's-
long do we wait?
We don't. We follow them. We follow where the Grung they're taking.
So
the
you
Grung.
now hear the footsteps of I would call it a patrol, but it's not really. It is an armed grouping of humanoids running past you guys in the hall behind you.
Past you guys in the hall behind.
So they're running up to. You can hear them approaching.
they're approaching us.
Well, approaching that circular portion where the steps. You have steps. You guys heard combat and fighting. Going up from some of those little side areas. The most recent one, you did not hear that, but you do now hear the patrol, or you do hear the footsteps of what seems to be heavily armed or armored individuals.
Look,
Is there anywhere for us to hide?
there's a patrol coming. Let's see if we can do. By the way, just hope to get this real quick. Are the cloaks? Are they standard like cultist cloaks where they hide features? Are they good disguise material?
They look like they are heavy black cloaks. All of the ones that you see, you don't see any hoods.
Okay, so it's not good disguise material. Yeah, let's see if we can avoid this patrol. Let's hide real quick, and then let's see if we can get closer to where they're taking the little Grung at.
Okay, the area here, the hallway with the steps down,
Yeah.
is barren. There really isn't anywhere to go except for one way or the other.
And one way being where they're coming towards us from.
Either back that way, where
Yeah.
you might run directly into them,
Yeah.
or the other way, where you can try and maneuver into this
Yeah, let's
cavern.
try
Where
and
We're gonna
maneuver into the
maneuver
cavern.
through the cavern, try to stealthily hug the
Yeah.
walls, stealthily move towards where they're at.
Okay, so you guys move into the side. Are you going left or right?
So we're going right. Siblings are going right. Other two
Okay.
are going left.
So the other two to the left, or going to the left, everybody can roll me stealth checks.
Nice.
12.
6.
No, you're. If you're coming with me, you don't need to.
No, everybody give me stealth rolls.
Everybody.
Yeah.
9.
6.
18.
I'm angry.
Did you get like a 1 on your stealth?
No, I got a 3.
You only have a +3 on your stealth?
Yeah.
That's odd.
18.
18?
12.
12. All right, so as you guys move into the right, you see a couple of bodies, so a couple of humanoids chained up, hanging. They're not grung, they look like humans. There's a female who is dressed in kind of standard, almost pirate garb. The chest opened and hollowed out, with some tools laying next to it at its feet, as if it was being carved out. The chest cavity being opened and carved out. Next to that, you see another table, an altar, which seems to be another human with the same features, but there are no tools around it. There does seem to be a liquid inside the chest cavity. And the next one down seems to be another pirate-looking man. Dark hair, shaggy face, a hat, and the blouse up on it with just some small wound, a little bit of blood on the front of the flowy blouse.
But they're all
blouse.
dead.
You wouldn't know that. Besides the ones with their chests that are
I was
opened
gonna
up,
say a couple of them. I think maybe.
there are a couple that you could definitely identify as dead. There are the man beyond that you can't tell. To the left, you see that there is another. There's the couple of priests down the way, so about 300 feet around. There's another tunnel that leads away from this chamber.
I'm going to go investigate the man who may still be alive.
Okay, give me another stealth check as you're moving.
Okay.
What are you doing? Because you're with him on his side, right?
I guess if he's just gonna like walk off, I'll be like, try to follow him.
So you guys are sneaking over.
15.
15, and you're gonna follow him.
22.
22, great. So you guys start to sneak over and investigate, and in fact, the body that's hanging seems to have all of this very neatly and carefully hollowed out, and the insides are being reinforced with some sort of sappy lacquer. The next one, a little day down the ways, we'll get to after you two. You rolled a 6, and you're going to move around this side, and you had a 9. So you guys are just fine because they're making a little bit more noise as they move around and catch the attention of the priest in the center of the aisle, at the middle of that island 300 feet away. And he shouts out to the other priests around the thing. The flow of magic that they had been chanting dies, moving away from, like completely dissipating into the ether of the volcano. And the priest that's next to him, that had brought the little grung out, starts to unlock the bindings and scoops up the little grung. The priests that have stopped are moving in your general direction. The ones on your side have not noticed you yet. You and you.
Main
They've
priest
not
is
noticed
moving
you
towards
yet.
me?
The main priest is starting to move towards you.
Who's
The
the closest towards me?
the main priest is probably the one. Well, nope. There is a actual priest, one of the ones that are on the side, where on the outcropping that is 100 feet away from you.
Okay, so I will move I don't have to move. We'll just take a shot at his face.
Okay, you can take a shot at him.
How wide is this, little path?
It's about 30 feet wide.
Okay.
Yeah.
19 to hit.
19 to hit. You will thump the first priest in his chest.
And he will take 16 points of damage. That's that first shot.
Shoot first and ask questions later.
I'm running little gun.
I know. This is the one time in which it'll be, and I have a bad feeling about this.
It's not safe. There's not much we can do. 28 to hit on my second shot.
Yep.
There's always something to do. They're going to take us back to the slave pits, where we could go and make a revolt,
20.
and then I'll run out of the
22 points
temple
damage on that second
of
shot.
Dread,
Dendar.
Temple of Dendar, of
Temple of-
Boom.
Bachow.
Temple of
So what was the second
Dendar.
one?
22.
22 damage on the second shot. Damn.
Motrocitro.
38 altogether.
Motrocitro.
Colossal Slayer.
You only get Claw Slayer the once.
I
Kalima.
know, I didn't roll it my first
Oh,
shot
you
because
didn't.
there's no damage.
Right. So you got 16 on the first one with no. Oh, okay. That was another bolt of the.
Kali.
Nope, none of that.
Rolled well.
Yep. So that priest running towards you drops when your second bolt hits him in the chest. He skids across the ground a little bit. His blood starts to pool out around his black robe.
Kill the priest.
Hot damn.
One priest down.
Yeah. All right.
Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
14.
Keep not messing around.
Seriously. She's just got that repeater. She's just gonna.
Yeah.
She's just gonna chain gun it. Do.
Alrighty.
At 12.
12. Anybody get over a 20?
No.
Anybody get over a 15?
Oh wait, I plus my initiative. Yeah, I got 21. Sorry.
Jakeen.
I had 15.
I don't even know what that means.
Great.
What do you mean I had 15?
I thought you said anything. Did anybody get over 15?
Oh,
I had 15.
sorry. 15 and above is fine.
I think I had 15. Second guessing it.
So did anybody get over a 15? No? Okay, Reef. All right, anybody 10 or above?
12.
12? Ivan.
7.
Johan. All right, well, it's a good thing Jakeen went first. She nailed her thing in there. I'm actually going to give you the next round since that first one was at surprise. Satine,
I'm
will
gonna
you,
move my hunter's
will you
mark.
grab the giveaway things?
I'm
Since we
gonna
are live.
move my hunter's mark to the next closest priest.
Okay. No, your hunter's mark is actually not on that priest. It's on the one that was unchaining the grung up there.
No,
so
I know, but I'm gonna move.
You
I
can't move it unless
so
he's
I'm
dead.
I'm going to move into range to attack him. I think I can get into range of him.
So he is about 300-ish feet away.
Too far.
So how far is the range on your weapon?
400, 100, and then 400. So 400. It's disadvantage at 400, I think.
Yeah. So you
But
did.
don't I get advantage on my first roll anyways? Wait, no. Is that something different? Am I getting my? If they haven't, if I haven't, if I
If
haven't
nobody's
attacked.
taken a turn yet, or
On
something.
my first turn in combat, I have advantage on attacks against those that did not yet attack.
Okay. Sure.
Right? Because we're counting first
You-
one as a surprise, and this is
Yeah.
going into
I
initiative.
mean, sure.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just
Go for it.
I'm
No, go
asking,
for it.
so I know.
Go for it.
Okay.
Don't continue to fight me after I've already given in. Go
I
for it.
just want to make sure so I know for the future. Okay, so
Just regular roll then. Cancels
Yep.
each other out
yeah,
at that range.
so 16 to hit,
Yep.
and then And that's the priest that has a hunter's mark on it, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's the one with the grunt.
Yeah. So, this is 9 for my first attack.
Okay. So the bolt hits him in the back, pushing through him. You see him collapse at the altar, falling over dead, and this spatter of his blood across the young grungling's face.
Whoa.
Weird. Well, he went down easy. I will move my hunter's mark to the next priest in range.
To the one that's, which one?
You said that one fell over dead, right?
So that one
Got
fell
it,
over
check.
dead, but you got to specify a little bit more on range.
So-
because there is another priest that was there performing the ritual.
So then I will move it to the other one performing.
That was performing the ritual?
Yeah.
Okay.
13 to hit.
Nope.
It's end of my turn.
All right. So
These priests are squishy.
you've ran out into the open, fired your shots, and turned back to Lepad and said, "They're squishy."
I see that.
So the one cultist that was at the altar is now dead across it. The young grungling has one arm that is open. It seems to be a little out of it, but you can see that it is languidly like pushing it, trying to squeeze its little flippered hand out of the chains. The other priests that are coming around the back or coming around each side move a bit closer, but the patrol behind you that was in the hallway has heard the ritual stop and has now beelined in towards you, and they're yelling, "More intruders! Get them!"
More intruders.
She says to herself as everybody heads towards you two, because you two are better hidden. So around the corner comes six more of these cultists. They rush in to attack you. You are now surrounded by 3 each. I'm going to assume that when you did you fire like from the wall, like right off the wall, or did you move up a little bit?
Because I did it at disadvantage, I fired from the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're on the wall. You now have your back to the wall. Lepad is adjacent to you, right 5 feet away, and you guys have now basically been surrounded on all fronts here by the guys. And that's where we're gonna hold off for tonight.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, actually, let's go through one round. I just want to see what happens with this one round. I don't want to stop after one thing. But you guys are surrounded. There are 6 cultists around you guys. They're going to miss. You are not a friendly dice to the DM today.
Let's just finish this battle.
Wow.
Let's just finish this battle.
I can't tell you how many 3s that I just
Let's
rolled.
just finish
Oh,
this
it seems like you're really lucky right now, so
Bumbling
maybe we
cultists.
should just like keep going.
So all the blades from the cultists are just like clamoring down around you as these scimitars go flying past each side. You're able to kind of like dodge. You parry one off with your bow. You pull out the Yaquala, knocking 3 away into the arc. And Reef, you see them become surrounded. You also see the cultist on the bridge go down. Satine, I'm just gonna go a little longer because we have the thing. Twitch was a bitch. Okay. Yeah. 10, 15, somewhere in that bubble.
There are 4 cultists still up.
There's 6 around you.
No, there's 6 from the guard, but then how many cultists are there? Because
So the cultists are around you. The priests are around the outside. There were 6 of them.
Yeah,
There was the
I took
one
out
that you
2.
took. You took down 1.
2 priests.
The one on the outside. You took down 2.
Yep.
And there's another one on the pathway
So
still.
there are 4 or 5 priests left.
I'm gonna go with there are 5 left.
Okay, and then there's 6 people, the cultists around?
There's 6 of the
I just want
cultists
to get
around.
confirmation how many people
Yeah,
I'm dealing with.
good call, good call. Can I, so these cultist guards that have come in now,
Take him out.
what are all of them? Are they all humans?
As best you can tell.
Everybody seems like they're humans.
Everybody seems pretty human.
Okay. I assume we hear all the ruckus.
Yeah, you see them surrounding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you saw them come around. You see them surrounded. You see the cultist that was in the center, unchaining the grung, dead, leaning over the altar, and the grung trying to...
Damn. Counter-charmed. Damn it.
How far away are they from us?
Which one?
Sorry, our buds.
Your buds?
How far away are Jakeen and...
They are roughly 60 feet.
Okay, so I would have to dash to get to where they
You
are.
would have to dash to get to point blank range, yes.
The pad. Use that potion.
And how far away is the baby grung that's tied up?
About 300 minus the 30, about 200 something feet. 250-ish. If you were at the ledge of the thing, it's about 300 if you're right against the wall.
Okay. We weren't doing anything, right, bro? We were just looking at bods.
Well, if this guy's alive, I'm gonna free him.
He says, and she says aloud as the priests are nearing. You've got those priests that are coming around the outside on each side that are running towards you guys.
Kill them.
But they didn't know about us.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
if you talk loudly, they would probably notice.
Oh, I was just asking out of character.
Yeah. Well, we try and do it all in character.
I'm sorry.
Especially broing there at the end.
I got this.
Okay. Is there a priest that's within enough range? Okay, here's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to run up to a priest and just Spartan kick him into the volcano.
One of the ones that's approaching you?
It's gonna be a strength. That's not your.
Oh, they're approaching us?
Well, no, one of the ones that's coming around the corner.
Because there are ones coming along the sides that were all lined up along the side of the volcano.
So you guys are right here right now.
Right.
There's this guy that's right here. He'll be coming around this side. If you want to, he hasn't had a chance to move yet. So if you run over and you want to kick him off the side, you're totally welcome to do that.
I do.
Okay, so you run 30 feet across the way. Give me a strength check. This is going to be an athletics check to kick him off the side.
Can I use my inspiration?
You can use the inspiration from him, yes.
Okay, great.
So that's an extra D8.
Okay. Great.
And you afterwards, theoretically.
Yeah.
14.
You absolutely...
Did you add your athletics up?
She said instant strength.
You absolutely run up and just boot kick him off the side. He goes flying off the side, and you hear a bloop as the lava eats him whole.
I'm gonna look at her and be like,
Awesome. Just do that 300 more times.
Technically, 10 more times.
Yeah.
10 more people we can.
One cultist goes one priest goes flying off the side.
The pad, use your giant strength.
And it is the priest's turn. So the second one will get closer to both of you, both groups. One will cast, let's see. He'll see you run out and kick the thing. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
13.
Okay. You feel your body tense and start to freeze up, but you're able to shake it off.
Okay.
As you notice that the priest to your right has gotten closer, starts to chant at you, but you're able to shake that off. The other one comes around the outside. Jakeen, you give me the same. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
God, these are my worst. Oh, jeez. 19.
The rest of the priests move around the outside, and Lepad, it is your turn.
Okay, so three dudes are around me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then, so I have an unarmed bonus. I can do an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Yep.
Can I pick a different target for that? Does it
Yes.
have to be- okay. So
Any melee attacks you make during an attack action,
Gotcha.
even if it's a bonus action, can be done as such.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attack, I don't know, the one that's like at my back-ish.
At your back-ish.
Yeah, well, I'm...
You guys have your back to the wall, so you're fighting out like this.
Well, then I'm just going to go for the closest one next to me.
Go for it. What'd you get?
One.
Is that but that's your attack with your koala. You have to start out with your. You cannot make that bonus action attack unless you use your action attack first.
Right. Yeah, that was. I rolled that to hit, right? So. I
Okay.
rolled a one.
So you swing
But it's
across with
plus
your
six,
koala.
it matters, yeah.
No.
Yes.
You swing across your koala, and the moisture, the sweat from your hands, in this really hot environment, feels the lightness of the mithril slide straight through your hands, and you are now weaponless as it skids across the floor. You that's one attack. You still have
Okay.
your
Cool. Well, then, yeah. I'm
bonus
gonna,
action attack you can make if you want.
Yes, I'm going to do that. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, now that I'm completely unarmed, I'll do some grung fu.
Okay.
Foo.
Rolling terrible now. 4, but martial arts, so 10.
Okay. You are going to swing at them after having lost the Yaquala. You go to swing back on the other side, and you hit a bunch of rogue, but no guy. All right. Next up, Johan.
I think I'm going to pick one of the priests, not a cultist. Well, first, actually, I should fast. So, in my investigation check from last turn, did I determine if this guy was alive or not?
Which one? The one with his chest caved open?
The third. No, the third.
You haven't made it
one.
over to the third one yet.
Oh, I haven't. I'm
No,
not
because
there
there's about 15 to 20 feet between each one.
Oh,
if you
I
want to
see.
if you want to know what the second one that's laying on the altar looks like, you can investigate that. Really
No,
fast.
it's all clear to me that sacrifice 1 and 2 are dead, and sacrifice 3 may still be alive.
One doesn't appear to be a sacrifice. It seems to be more of like a hollowed opening that is being made with some sort of sealant. Like this has all been neatly hollowed out.
Yes.
And has some sort of lacquer.
Which, to me, I mean, they pulled the heart out of the grung anyway, so I feel like that's all part
This
of the
isn't a grung.
process.
This is a human.
It's a human, I see. So,
Are you moving towards the third guy?
the third guy is also the one that's farthest away from where the actual little grung is at this point, right? Now, if I moved my standard move to get closer to the little grung, I could also cast a spell, correct?
Yes, if you make a standard move action, you can also cast a
And
spell.
he's 300 feet away. We've determined at this point. right? The little grung.
From that thing's about in the center, about 300 feet from all
So if I
parts
dash
of the wall.
2 times, I could get close to him.
You can dash once. You're a bard.
I
You don't
get
have
it.
a.
But 2 rounds I could dash.
Yes.
I'm trying to determine how many
Yes,
rounds I
you
want to
could get
commit to dashing.
120 feet with 2 dashes.
Right. So 120 feet, and he's 300 feet away.
Yeah, because you can
Whoa.
you have 30 feet as movement. You can get 60 dash.
And how far away is our third sacrifice?
So
Or
they're
third
about
gentleman.
15 feet away.
Yeah.
So
fif-
you
and
can.
the second one, right? So 15 and 15.
Have you gone to the second one to investigate that one yet?
I thought I was there already.
No. What I gave you was the information for the one that was hanging.
Then I would like to move 30 feet down to the third gentleman and investigate him.
You're going to
please.
skip the thing in the middle. I'm
I will
just
go
asking for clarity.
investigate the second gentleman.
You don't have to. I'm asking for clarity. Do you want to run by him?
If you don't mind me asking, can I look at him as I'm going my 30
Sure.
feet?
You can stop, take a glance.
That would be nice.
Okay.
Yes.
As you
Move
do,
15 feet. Yes.
as you do, you come up to the open the next open thing, and you see that basically the same care that was done with the first one is done in the second one, but this one is actually filled with a liquid. There seem to be little glowing orbs inside there.
Now, does that? Can I glean anything based on what I saw?
You
from
would
the
have to investigate it.
sacrifice? I would. And that'll take my action.
That'll take an action.
Investigate it, Jesus. This is what I'm good at. Investigation is what I'm good at. I'm going to investigate it. All right.
I bet it was real good.
13, even with a low amount. I'm fairly good at investigation, but still.
The +8?
13, yes.
As you look in, you see that these little orbs that seem to have like little glowing in them are pulsating this red color and seem to have little embryos. Looks very akin to the ones that are inside the sack that Jakeen is carrying. Oh, and the orbs are, some of the little orbs have broken apart, and there are little red tadpoles slithering around inside.
Oh, they're using people as little spawning pools.
Possibly.
That is interesting. Either that or there's little tiny evil grung inside of these bodies.
So you have 15 movement left.
I would like to move down to the third one,
Okay.
please.
As you get to the third one, you see that he's got a big floppy hat on.
Right.
He's wearing a. He basically looks like a pirate for the most part.
Right.
He seems to have an empty dagger sheath, as well as a weapon that's hanging off the side, or a sheath for one that's been emptied. His blouse is bloody across just the open chest, or just in front of the chest portion, where the blouse hangs, and there's blood streaking down his pants and some across his face.
Does he look like he's got googly eggs inside of him?
He does not look like he's. You wouldn't be able to tell without taking his shirt off, but he just seems to have a wound where the blood is right up here.
And I can't determine in this round if he's dead or not.
No.
Okay. As a bonus action, I would like to give another inspiration die to my sister.
How close do you have to be?
I have to be within hearing range.
I think there's an actual range on it, but we'll just say yes.
Well,
and you can find that out for the next one. We move back up to Jakeen. You have a couple of guys around you, and we need to
60
speed this
feet.
part up. 60 feet. You're close enough.
27 to hit.
Okay, 27's gonna hit. You're shooting at the guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like now I'm surrounded by 3 guys, so like the guy closest.
Oh, so you'll be at disadvantage if you fire on a priestess that's right here. That is right in front of you.
Okay, then I'm fire at the guy in the middle. So 27 to hit.
Well, you're gonna have disadvantage on any of these.
Pull my longsword.
And you drop the stone. The know what happens out anywhere, you're just going to pull it out and you're going to drop it a little bit. You're going to completely drop it out of your hands, but you're not going to be able to move up. Well, no, let's say this. You pull it out, you fumble with it a little bit first, you miss it, but you're not going to hurt yourself. A 20. So you're going to hit the cultist.
I don't know.
It's a longsword, so you do know it's at least 10 since you're wielding it with your hands. Plus your so you pull it out as you carve through them and then pull as you do notice that instead of blood that would have been drawn from total damage on that was 9, right?
14.
14. He falls in front of you.
Boosh.
Sick.
You have, that's all your actions and everything, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so they see how that one falls. The first one to T, there's 3 adjacent to you. Away, you can take an action. You can take your reaction to attack him if you would like to.
Yeah, of course. Take an opportunity attack on him. So, 10 to hit.
A 10 is going to miss. So he moves back a little ways, cocks the crossbow, and fires it back at you.
Awesome.
The first shot clicks as he realizes that it is out of bolts. The cartridges all are on you. He doesn't actually have any.
Yeah.
Aren't you happy this is a repeater? He throws it down and re-engages with you.
Cool.
Although he's wasted his action doing that. The second one attacks you, rolls a 9 to hit. That's not going to do it. The next 3 make their attacks on you. A 9, a 16, and an 18. There it comes. Which ones hit?
We'll have 16 armor class. So.
Okay, so so 2 of those hit. So that would be a total of 9 damage on you. And all of them have gone. It is Reef's turn. Oh, and sorry, and the guy. Nope, it's your turn.
Okay. The guy that was like doing this dumb stuff at me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my whip out, grab his arm, and also throw him into the volcano?
Best use of a whip ever.
Right?
I like the ingenuity.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you a. You must land the attack,
Okay.
and then it's going to be considered like a grapple, and then you're going to have to beat his athletics score, athletics or acrobatics, in the same move. Actually, you're going to roll it once, and whatever that is going to serve the function for both of them. So, so as the whip wraps around your arm, or sorry, around his arm, you've taken him by surprise. I roll a 1. And he almost jumps in fright into the volcano, so the momentum that you had when you pull back drags him into, and he falls to his death. Another priest down.
Sick. I'm gonna not to put words into your mouth, but the moment when you gave me the inspiration was like me being like, huh? Because you told me he was there.
Oh.
And then I was like, get out of here, bud.
Get over here.
Get in that pool of stuff. Anything else you want to do? You still have a bonus action.
Right. But
And you have your crossbow, and you have a crossbow master feat. So since you used a one-handed weapon, you can fire your crossbow as a bonus action if you so choose.
Ah. Turns out that that's a thing. Sure, I would love to. Can I? Is there still a cultist?
There's
Alive.
one more priest coming around your side.
Oh, okay. I'll just shoot him then.
All right, fire at him.
That one.
Okay. You go to fire the bolt. As you do, it misfires. Give me a percentile roll real fast.
Oh gosh.
Sub 50 is going to hurt.
3%.
You take 4 damage from the misfire as the bolt pops up into the air and hits you in the face. Shoulder, not face. We don't want to mar that pre-Indiana Jones face going on over there.
Protect the 8x10, everybody.
Actually, no, we do. As the bolt pops off back, it gives you a nice
I
little
got a 6 scar.
over the cheek. Not over the eye. That's cliche, and Jon Snow, be a cliche dude. You just get this one over your cheek that cuts back across
Very
the way.
anime.
Yeah, not that far either. It's got to split the difference. Split the difference.
Okay.
We're not giving you some cliche crap. All right. The priest moves. The one that was in the center that you've got the huh?
I tried to shoot or something.
The one that you tried to shoot that was in the center sees that the one that was trying to unchain the grung rushes back towards the altar, unchains the grung, tosses it over his shoulder, and starts to make his way back towards the exit. The other priests around you coming back on this side cast. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
4.
5.
Okay, so you both freeze in place.
Cool.
The final priest comes around the corner.
Wait. This isn't. Shoot. This is. He didn't roll anything for this for this attack, right? They just had to make a save against it.
Yeah. Okay. So they come around the corner, and the last one's coming around the side and casts at you at a second level slot. With a second level slot, casting it at you, it is a. Oh, he's not going to get close enough for that one. You're lucky. Very lucky. But you were going to automatically fail the saving throw for the incoming sickly green fire that rockets down from above. You will take 9 points of damage from that one, and that's the end of the turn. Lepad, you can try and shake this right now.
What do you mean? What?
You can try and shake the
okay.
hold.
The paralyzation.
Because that's all I can do, right? So, Okay. So just what kind of
D20.
Okay.
It's wisdom save.
13.
That is enough. You shake it off, but that is the end of your turn. It is Johan's turn.
I'm going to get over as quick as I can to where the gentleman who is throwing the grung over his shoulder coming out.
Okay.
And just like at this point, how far away is he? So far away.
So you're not going to look at the guy there.
He's gonna get away. He's gonna get away.
Yeah. You can run back. You can get back to
Where he's going at.
the guy, the first guy.
Yeah.
And you would be within 30 feet of that when that guy makes his way over there. You'll be within about 120 feet or so because he's running full speed.
And I want to run. I want to meet him too. I don't want him to get out of the way.
Okay.
All right, this guy's not going anywhere, so I'm running full force back towards the way. I want to see if I can meet him at the crossroads.
Okay.
So to speak, and if I can get within 120 feet of him in.
You will be if you use your
I use my full
movement to
dash.
get all the way over there. The full action to get over there. Okay, so you're going to end up being right in front of that one hall.
Perfect.
Where you're there.
And he's coming towards me, right?
He's coming at you. He
do this.
locks eyes with you.
All right. And I'll use my full round to do that, to get in position.
Okay. So you are there standing eye to eye in a face-off with this guy. There's the grung standing there in front of you. And I need to consult with Satine. Just come over here if you don't mind. Because it's going to take longer for me to take the thing off and put it back on and all that. Hold tight, people.
Holding.
What is this?
She's not wearing makeup. She doesn't want people to see.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, please. I thought you were just trying to be the DM. Like here's the screen. Ha.
No, she's a girl, man. Hungry.
What? Giggle giggles. This guy doesn't even know what's coming.
Because I'm
The guy in front of you.
Viciously mock him.
This guy
Alright.
don't even know.
Okay,
He's
guys.
about
Right
to get done.
So just so everybody knows, it is 10:28. We need to speed through the next little bit here.
Let's go.
The stuff before took a little longer than expected, and our break took a hell of a long time. So, let us continue. It is Jakeen. Top of your turn, you need to shake off the thing. Give me the wisdom save to shake it off.
21.
You shake it off. That's the end of your turn. The cultists around you don't even get to capitalize on that, as the first attack is a 17, the second attack is a 5.
First attack with me.
That is only going to be 2 damage on the first attack,
Cool.
as the scimitar clinks off of slides off the side of your armor, and the other ones are all going to whiff on the leopard. Reef.
I guess I'll see my brother running over to like stop this guy.
Yeah, you see him running over, and you see him on a collision path with this mage who's got the grung tossed over one shoulder.
I'll follow him.
You gonna follow who?
Him.
Okay, so you want to run up in front of the.
I want to try to like help.
Okay, so you run up. You were not too far away that you actually just ran up, slid right in front of Johan, and you can shoot with your crossbow if you want
The
to.
grung's there too, right?
The grung's tossed over the
over
guy's
his
shoulder.
shoulder. Just all this body.
Okay.
You're too far away to use the whip, but you could fire the crossbow. You're not hidden, so you won't get sneak attack.
Right. I just don't want to roll bad and hurt the grung. Fine, I'll go for it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's canted. Roll it again.
16.
That's
plus
gonna
6. Great. And
There's not even a way he can get out of that one.
9.
All right, your bolt lands, hits him square in the shoulder on the opposite side of the grung, and he takes the hit and he continues to trudge forward towards you. This time, you see after you shoot him with the blast, you see him put a hand up and start to come on.
I'm ready. Ready to roll.
You start to see fire start to well in the side of it, in the middle of his hand. He pushes forward a massive ball of fire. It arcs towards you,
Arch towards me.
towards the both of you.
If cutting words.
It's not a. You're gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw,
Oh,
unless you have a spell that maybe does something
counter
that counters a spell.
Counter spell? Yeah.
Do you have that?
I have counter spell, and I
Now
have it
might be
prepared.
the appropriate time to do it when you see a large fireball flying
That
at
is
you and your
perfectly
sister.
fine. It's a reaction. I'm sorry, I thought it was an action that I had to prepare, but it's a reaction. Counter spell! Immediately!
All right, so you are going to counterspell. I'm going to need you to roll me. Let's see.
No, that
Hold on, actually, I think you might just flat out
I think
do
it is
this one
just
because
dispelled. Yeah. As
He's
long as
only
it's,
casting it at a 3rd level.
and then it's a 3rd level spell, so as long as it's equal to, I think that's
Right.
fine.
I was going to ask you what level you were casting it at.
At
but
3rd level, my
and-
max level.
That's your last slot.
I think theoretically I have 3. So 'cause that's-
You used Enthrall, Lesser Restoration, and Non-Detection. I
yeah,
believe.
non-detection's a level 3. So that's the only one I've cast today beyond this. So I'll have 1 slot left.
Okay. All right, so he goes to throw the fireball at you. As it goes out in the air, you unravel the fire, and it splits out just before it hits Dodger in the face. Or sorry, Reef in the face.
Thanks, bro.
The other priest that was trailing you, because you took a shot at it and it just took the hit on the. No, you took a shot at it and you misfired and cut yourself.
Yeah.
So he's going to move closer to you, but
I've never had counterspell before. I didn't know it was a reaction. That's great.
And he will start to chant some words, and you see a dull glow of green around the robed figure coming towards you. And the other priests, there were still 3 on the opposite side, 2 on the opposite side of you guys. So they're going to come up, and you are going to both give me wisdom saving throws again.
Crit.
Okay?
10.
Okay, so you start to seize again, and you see him, you just watch as he starts to freeze in place again. You are fine. You do have the 2 guys around you, and you have the 3 around you there. And it is your turn. You can try and shake it off again.
I'm just rolling the worst right now. 5 plus 8.
8, you remain frozen in place. Johan, your turn.
Wait, 13?
I will look at him and I will cast my own spell, Shatter.
Shatter?
Oh no, that's going to hit the grung. So, Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
Because I suck with a crossbow. So, yeah. I'm going to make the image of their dark god. The snake god. Right in front. Who is showing his Dendar, thank you. Dendar. I'm going to make an illusionary image of Dendar upset at his cultist failure and true lack of faith. How's that sound?
I am rolling a what saving throw?
You are currently throwing a intelligence,
Intelligence saving throw.
which is going to be pretty rough because he's a mage, but let's see what happens. Versus my
What's
DC.
my DC?
Looking for 14 DC. What? That eyeballs.
He sees the manifestation of Dendar start to build in, slither up and move up in front of you.
Form.
She says, what?
She says, "Fool, you have failed me. You must take your life and fall. Throw yourself from this great vantage point and feel your soul consumed by me. Your death will be better than my punishment." It just does D6 psychic damage against it.
Well, you told him to jump off the thing. I
Yeah.
believe there's actually a very specific thing for a target affected is convinced. Created apparent creature attacking fire.
I don't maybe you should have added something to that.
Oh, God.
I guess he can't until it's his turn. His turn.
This is one little line in there.
No. Just kidding. Bow before me. Grovel for your life. Grovel for my forgiveness.
All right, so you're going to have to. So it sees the thing,
Right.
but it doesn't necessarily have to.
Listen to it.
Yes.
Yes.
So obviously the heart in this thing is thudding.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that he's very carefully takes the grung and sets it down, and then starts to look forward and is like, "But my queen, my what do you?"
Bow!
I thought you wanted me to jump off the side, which I don't know what to do. Why are you conflicting your story? Just tell me what you want me to do. I said that I wanted you to do things. Roll
6
me.
damage.
There's not going to be
Sorry.
damage
Oh,
involved
no,
with this. You
really?
did not give me a stimuli that is one that would be painful. You
Oh,
gave me a very
interesting.
specific stimuli.
I think
I
we'll-
need you
okay.
to roll me
Yeah.
intimidation.
Oh, intimidation. I see. It just says 1d6 psychic damage
It
per round.
does if you
so-
read only the part at the bottom.
Fair enough. Intimidation, which I am not very good at. 13.
Okay, so I also rolled a 13.
Holy shit.
Which means the tie goes to the runner.
Ah, fuck.
And he's like, I don't want to jump. And this feels like, I feel like you would know what's going on here with this thing, which is starting to like crawl
Shoot out
away.
me!
At the moment, I kind of do, yes. And we go to Jakeen, your turn.
I will attack with my sword the guy closest to me.
Okay.
So 22 to hit.
Okay, you cleave through him for...
Shit, now I need to look it up.
It's 1d10, right?
Yeah, 1d10.
11 damage.
Okay, you cut right through him. He falls in front of you. Your next attack?
Yeah, on the other guy that's
Mm-hmm.
still left in front of me. So 25,
Yep.
and then 14 points of damage on
Yep.
him.
You cleave through that one too. Both of those fall at your feet.
Hell yeah.
As Lepad stares dumbfounded into the wall. And it is so the other cultists go to swing. The 3 remaining ones that are standing next to Lepad. One of them turns his attention to you as you cleave the one next to him. He's going to swing for an 11, which will miss. The other one is going. The other 2 are going to swing on you, which get advantage. The first shot, that's going to be a natural 20. Sorry, a dirty 20, and then another at least dirty 20. And then those are going to be crits because you are. So it's 5 plus 3. So 6 damage on the first one, and 5 damage on the second one.
So 11 total?
So 11 total. And it is Reef, your turn.
Okay, so I'm standing. I'm standing next to Johan.
You're standing in front of Johan.
Standing in front of Johan.
You don't see this thing that came up. That's all that's there. You just see the guy who's now set down the grung,
Priest that
is
has a grung.
trying to talk to this other guy, and is gesturing at the young grung that's trying to drag itself away. I need decisions quickly because we are in a perilous moment with perilous time left.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak over and because I'm not sure whether or not he'll notice me, I'm gonna try to sneak over and
Looking
grab
right
the
at
drum.
you.
So if you're going to need to use both your action and your bonus action to dash to get to it.
Okay. It's too far away.
No, you can get to it.
Yeah.
But I priest first.
Okay, then yeah, because he's distracted, then I'll crossbow him.
Okay, so I'll let you have that at advantage, and I'll even give you a sneak attack on it. Well, you get it anyway because it's at advantage.
16 plus 6.
A 16 will hit. A 16 plus 6 will hit. A 22. Yeah. So at a 3d6.
6 plus that bonus damage. Take him down, sis.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Yeah.
All right. He takes 10 damage.
Get him. Get the gun.
Would you roll like all ones or something? Or what was that?
2 3s and a 1.
Yeah.
2 3s, a 1, and then
your
it's plus 3.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to do? You still have your bonus action. Are you moving closer? Are you getting?
I wanna
in range?
move closer.
Okay, so we'll just say that you use. You can fire your crossbow again if that was your action.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
do that.
Because you can fire it again as a bonus action because it's a one-handed weapon and these are the rules of the
Right,
crossbow.
and so she
expert.
can move up 30 feet and shoot
She
it
can
twice.
move 30
basically.
feet and take the shot twice.
9
She's just
A
power
9
shooting
will
it.
not hit.
or 11. Wait.
An 11 still will not hit.
Okay.
The next up is the priest. The
Really bad
the
at
ones
math,
that are
guys.
coming towards you finally have reached you. They are going to.
Priest is that too?
So there's 2 more priests left alive.
Not
He
including
is
the one in the
paralyzed.
middle, or including the one in the
That
middle.
one's no, we're not including the one in the
Okay,
middle.
so 2 other priests. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So they move closer. They are out of those. One of them runs up and tries to grab you. He will start chanting as he does so, and he will only get a 9 on you. And the second one will also do the same, and you guys are lucky with these dice tonight. So both of them start chanting, and are not able to grab you. Oh, actually, there were 3 because there's one on the opposite side of him. So there's 3 total left. Doop doop. Dude,
But
yep.
one of them's chasing me, right?
One of them was coming towards you guys, so he comes over and he sees you stepping forward to fire, and he's you rolled me a wisdom saving throw to see if you
8.
8 flat. So you fire your second shot and then you freeze in this position. You watch it happen. Lepad, you can make me a roll to get out of this thingy.
Go, 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 go. Power Rangers.
11.
11.
No,
you
sorry, 12.
12. You are free. You're able to shake off the thing. That's the end of your turn. Johan.
Can I use a bonus action?
That's the end of your turn.
No? Okay.
Johan.
I am going to. I have to maintain phantasmal force with concentration.
Yep, but that doesn't mean you do anything. He's like.
But I'm also going to move forward as well too and fire my heavy crossbow.
You can cast another spell. It just can't be one that has concentration on it.
Okay, well then vicious mockery.
Okay, so you move forward. You cast vicious mockery.
All right.
Wisdom saving throw. He's gonna roll an 18, so that's gonna.
Nope.
You're not gonna get it.
All right.
Next up. Yep.
Bardic inspiration to Reef.
Okay, is that your last one?
No, I have 2 left. I only gave 1 to
How
her.
many? But you've given her.
That's
at
my
least-
last one then.
You've given her at least one.
I've given her one,
Okay.
and this is my last. I'm done.
Yeah. All right. So, Jakeen.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Crit.
On the next guy that's next to you. Okay.
Yeah. So then 2 plus 5 is 7 for the first part of the crit, and then 3, 8. So 15 on that first.
Okay. He goes down.
And then so then the other guy, I guess the other priest guy or whatever, 11 to hit.
That is going to miss.
Yeah.
Your second attack. You bonus action anything?
No.
Okay. The next is the cultist. There are 2 left. They first one. Oh, that's a good advantage. Nope, Lepad's missed it. So a 6 and an 11. So those are both going to miss Lepad. Reef, you're frozen. Go and give me your roll. Wisdom save.
If it's not good, use Bardic inspiration.
You are frozen,
Oh, yeah,
but
can I
you can
use
use your
inspiration?
D8 right now for that.
5, so 10 total.
Okay, that is not enough. You are still frozen. And it is now the priests. They try to repeat their spell on Jakeen. The first one is going to get a 16. The second one is going to get an 8.
Against my DC, right?
Yeah, no, against your AC.
My AC is 16.
Okay, so that one's gonna hit. For 16 damage.
Oof.
And they're both done. Oh, the one that's next to you, or the one that was coming around that corner, is going to continue around and try and grab you. He is now between, like, he moves directly into the thing. He's now standing next to you, the chasm behind him. He's going to miss on his attack. Oh, wait, you're paralyzed. Crit on the second one.
This tension is killing me.
30.
Crap. All right. I'm down to 1 hit point.
Oof.
You stagger as you. Oh, it wouldn't even have mattered if it was a crit or not because you're paralyzed. It would have
Paralyzed.
automatically crit. I forgot about that. But there's no double crits, so. So you stagger under the pain of the of his touch, and Lepad, you are now free to roam.
Okay, and how many guys are around me?
You have 2 more in front of you.
Okay, I'm going to martial arts, the one.
You have to attack first.
Oh, well,
you
I
just-
thought that was the attack.
Well, your
Because
martial arts is the bonus action attack. Are you going to punch? Like, are you just going to do
Oh.
a standard attack?
Yeah, because I want to use flurry of blows. After.
Great. So do your punch and then flurry of blows after that. Go for
Yep.
it.
14 plus 6, 20.
Okay, so you hit. Roll me damage. We got to be quick here.
Yep. Okay, so 6 on that.
Okay.
And then how do I do Fury of
Just
Blows?
roll 2 more d20.
Oh, d20.
It's just like 2 other strikes.
It's 2 other strikes.
Okay, so 17.
That hits.
Okay. And 3.
That one won't. Give me the damage on the next one.
Okay. 5 plus, so it's 8.
Okay, so you do a boom, and then you flip around with your back, with the back of your flipper snapping his neck, and the kick. He crumbles to the ground. There's 1 cultist left in front of you.
Boom.
I will remind you guys it is not necessary to kill all of them. And we move to Johann.
Right. So if this cultist is still absorbed and resolved, I'm going to run over and grab the grung.
Okay.
'Cause I'm officially, I think I'm close enough that I could dash and grab him.
Sure, we'll say that. We're going to give him 1 more chance to ignore. We're going to see if he phases
Ignores
out
my
of the
task
thing, because I forgot to roll for him on the thing. So he does, as you're running over and you pick up the grung, he goes over to investigate Dindar, like to touch Dindar
Yeah.
a little closer. She's yelling at him, "Fool, don't touch me," blah, blah, blah. And he goes over and he's like, and then turns around to see you scooping up the grung
Yeah.
and turning back to see him. You guys are eye to eye.
Okay.
And do you have anything else you want to do?
I
'Cause
don't have
that's
any
gonna
more
just be your
bonus
free action
actions,
to do
and
it.
that's if it's just a reaction.
It's just your free action to go over. You got close enough. You picked him up. You can run right by him if you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to.
gonna run. I'm gonna run back to Reef.
Reef is standing actually like pretty close to you right now.
Well, if I'll
Take
get
your health
I'll
potion.
get past her, and she's frozen right now, so I can't. As a free action, can I feed her my greater health potion?
I will let you use your action to feed her the potion.
I'm gonna use my greater heal potion to feed Reef.
Okay.
So
So you can roll that one, or you can roll it for her and tell her.
remind me.
and
I don't think you ever told me how much it.
I believe a greater is 44. Somebody can look that up for me if they want to know.
44,
Is
okay.
anybody able to do
Yeah.
that? Nope, I will.
Take 1,
4d4.
4.
Roll the 3.
Oh, wait.
Roll 3d4 first, so
Yeah.
I can get this.
4, 5, 7, 8. It's not very much.
It's 44 plus 4.
44 plus 4, so
Yep.
she gets 12 back.
All right. So you get 12.
And now I'm out of there.
As it gets down under your throat, you are able to move just a little bit past her, as you probably about 15 feet past her, and it is
My
Jakeen.
turn. Oh.
Yes.
Your turn.
I think I need to break a freeze, right?
Did you get froze?
Didn't that just happen?
No, only Reefs are frozen right now.
Yeah, I thought
I'm
you
sorry.
just. So
I thought
you were cleaving through them.
You were cleaving,
Okay,
but
so-
cut me a path.
But you
Cut
have
me a
two
path,
pieces- you have
Jakeen.
two
I'm
priests in
surrounded
front
by
of you.
people. 15. to hit,
15 will hit.
And that's the other priest, right?
That's one of the priests that's in front of
That-
you. You have 2 in
yeah.
front of you.
No, I killed the other one.
You cleave through the other cultists.
There's 2 still.
There are
on
2
you.
priests that
Okay,
finally made their
so-
way over there.
So 15 to hit the priest,
Sure.
and then 6 points of damage.
Okay, and where did my d20
And then
go?
my my second strike.
And I need another d4.
1.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
my second strike crits.
Cool.
So 7 and 14.
She's a d10 again, plus your strength attack.
She rolled it twice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, plus 5 is 19.
You have plus 5 strength, like your attack your
Yeah,
Yeah.
attack modifier is +5.
now is that to hit or is that to damage?
That's
That's
damage.
damage.
1d8 plus 5.
Oh, that's only when you're wielding it as a one-handed weapon because that's from dueling.
Oh, okay, well, there's
So
no
3.
other thing.
That's
I
fine.
was
No, I'm just trying to logic that in my head why it says that. It's because it assumes that you have a shield. Also, does your AC have an adjustment for no shield out? Because that probably assumes that you have a shield on as well.
If she's been wielding it 2-handed, then she would have
14.
Okay, that's good. Just we gotta note that in the
Okay.
future. So you cleave through the one priest that's in front of you. There's one more to your left, and there's one more cultist standing there as well.
Okay.
And it is the cultist's turn. He's gonna try and attack Lapad. He's gonna miss. Reef. You gotta
I
roll
need
to shake
roll
this.
again. That one.
Gotcha. You stay frozen in place.
No.
The priest in front of you. Oh, there's a priest next to you.
Yeah.
So he's gonna roll first. He's gonna miss on that one, and he'll miss on, or his advantage on that attack will miss. The other one that's standing in front of Jakeen will reach out to grab her. He'll miss, and the cultist is not his turn. So Lepad, your turn.
Okay, am I within range for the main guy that they're dealing with?
No.
Is he in blowgun range? Nope.
Blowgun range, yes, but you'll be at disadvantage because you still have a cultist in your row.
Okay.
Quickly.
Alright, well, yeah, I'll just attack that guy.
Good.
That's in
Go.
front of me. It's a 10.
Okay,
Plus
10 plus.
16.
Yes, that'll hit.
Okay, so 6.
Great. Bonus attack?
Yes.
You gonna do it, or are you gonna do Fury of Blows?
No, I'm not gonna do Fury
Okay,
blows.
then one attack. Get the roll.
Okay.
It's gonna be speed Rudy here, okay?
Yep, it's 3. It's not hitting.
3 is not gonna hit.
Nope.
Okay, next up is Johan.
Johan, running out.
Jakeen's on deck.
Jakeen's on deck. So
You're gonna continue to run out of the
I need to
road?
run out, but actually, screw it. On the way out, I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on Jakeen or on Reef to get her done with this, and that'll
Okay.
be 3 out of my last 4 slots.
Lesser Restoration is what level?
Is level 2,
Okay, yep, that's right. 2x.
so that'll break that out of her immediately.
Yep, so you feel your muscles and everything ease up. Imagine
Reef,
if he had
stop
done that to
messing
you
around.
sooner. Jakeen, you're up. You get a priest and a cultist.
The priest. So 16, and then 14 points of damage on that priest.
Okay, and roll me another d4.
And 2.
Okay, he goes down.
16 points. Awesome.
A bloody swath of green
I'm
behind
gonna
it.
attack the other.
The
last
cultist?
cultist.
Get him.
Yeah. So 20,
Okay, that's gonna hit.
and then 6 points of damage.
Coupled with the attack he did earlier, that cultist goes down. You two huff and puff as you hear more from the egress. No, sorry, from behind you where the other. Hold on. From the area to the to your left, that big tunnel there, you start to hear more people coming in that direction, rushing down that staircase over there.
Time to go.
So you can head out the way that he was
I
heading
wanna
out.
grab my crossbow before I do that.
You run over, scoop up the crossbow, sheath your weapon, scoop up the crossbow on your way out.
You grab my Aquala.
You grab the Aquala and head out with them.
But are we leaving? Am I going to get all the way out the tunnel, or will I still have a shot on that one priest?
You'll still have a shot because he's got
Great.
everything, but you're going to have to use your bonus action to reload it, at least.
Am I gonna provoke an attack if I try to run?
If you tried to run right now, you can use your bonus action to disengage and then run.
Undo.
And then you can use your action to dash to catch up to them if you
gonna
want
do
to.
that.
Okay, so you break out, you shake it off, you kind of like give the guy a little shove as you dart out. He doesn't quite fall off the side, but he's going, but he misses on his attack that he would try and grab after you. You rush up to the side. All of you are heading on your way out. The mage that was back there sees all of you and with takes, and you can see as you're rushing past, you can see
What mage? There's only that one guy left.
there's the mage in the center of the thing that was never there. There was he was going back and forth with. There was a priest on the right-hand side that was there messing with her. You cleaved all the ones that were around you, and these two are the only things left here. He starts to well up another ball of fire, lobbing it in your vicinity.
Counterspell.
Do you have any more third level slots?
Last slot.
Okay, you counterspell that as it goes out. The energy fizzles as it would nip the back of Reef, and you guys rush out the side. He starts yelling at the other priest. You can hear the sound of his voice reverberating throughout the interior of the volcano as more priests start to yell and scream and echo in this, and you can hear like the Wilhelm screams in other directions, everything like that. And we're gonna stop there because we are god awful over.
It's over.
An hour, right? We would
About that, yeah.
Another hour.
Thank you guys for hanging out and watching through the rest of it. I had to get through it. We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to do that giveaway right now. And hand it over.
Tomb of Annihilation.
All right, so we're gonna give this guy away and the other thing that's right there. I believe that it is. Mylene, you remember what the thing is?
What?
Do you remember what the giveaway thing? It's random.
I forgot how to do it. I haven't done one in a while.
Rad. Giveaway, random.
Slash.
I don't know what system you're using.
Yeah, like
Just on Twitch, you can just roll. Oh, Nightbot will do it.
No idea.
That's what it's. I sort of
Yeah,
random.
I do it through night.
I use a
bot or
bot.
something. Yeah.
Oh, they don't have it set up on theirs.
I usually just do roll on.
Just have
there's
everyone roll a number, like between like 1 and 100, and like I don't know, write down a number, and whoever gets closest, that's like write down a number now, and then you can do like slash roll, and I don't know. If
I'm not
D&D
giving it
has
to
that.
you guys.
No.
No, you can do it on.
There's no way for me to tell you what.
command in there.
Satine will
Yeah.
give this away in the very first part of her Fury's Reach on Tuesday. She'll give this away, and then she may give away maybe a giant brick of them, of the actual things, at the end of her show, or we might do it at the beginning of our show on the next one. I'm sorry to tease you guys like that, but D&D doesn't have the Nightbot thing set up, so I'll get on them about that while we're in Seattle. We'll see you guys if we're in PAX. Have a wonderful evening, and thanks for coming to hang out. Sorry about all the Twitch stuff. Beyond our control. Mylan Sarley, Ivan Van Norman. What do you want to go by on the last part of that?
Dodger.
Just the Dodger, and just the Sig Neutron. Degrang! Okay, goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful night. I'm Ruty Rutenberg. Come see us on Maze Arcana on most Sundays. We'll probably replay this episode in its entirety on Sunday. Adios!
Shut it
Let's
down.
just make it on grung float.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it.
I like that you're just like.
It's sad because nobody gets to see the Dodgers doing like this. I'm gonna go with calling it the awkward robot.
Okay.
To Ivan's